is NJR. All the way across the bakery display case.
Shaggy, I'm vaping in my school bathroom? What is wrong with you, bro?
Probably the least advisable thing anybody can do in this round. Quick trade, as these early rounds have been very back and forth between both teams. Both times, SSG have broken away with a man advantage. It's not the case here.
Come on, Raid. Where you at, Raid? Where you at, Raid?
The plant again, but with a Scopos up above, Kino falls back through prep.
They have to clear Raid.
Rejoins the attack in bakery.
Where's the last guy at?
Done a really good job at keeping these players.
No, they're all bottom floor.
All consolidated, but really forced inside a bakery.
They have
He
no
was the only
smokes
one
either.
outside,
Yeah,
but he's got to hold this small back window. The flash is more to ward them off than anything, and I think this initial thrust is just, it's going to fall short.
They're going to clear Raid above.
He was just kind of sat there going, guys, I'm playing
gonna
around.
walk up
Like,
light
I
on
thought
him,
the
I
play
think.
was going to be to get vertical control and to open up some of this floor. And what's really happened is NJR
This
and
is a
Kino
good call,
just
bro. I ain't
burst
gonna
in
lie.
through bakery and prep. Unfortunately for NJR, he has fallen. Kino was a good way toward getting that plan down.
Who's IGL?
Came off, but because of how quickly
Who's IGL on this team?
could afford to make that safer play and go, yeah,
Well,
you
now
know what, I don't want to
Newer's
get
droned
shot.
upstairs,
We're
so
gonna
they
take
know
a little
Raid
bit more
rotated.
time to figure things out here.
Raid's
There are
about to win.
danger of stalling out. Newer's
Who's on
still
red?
his sights turned towards that first floor. Knows that there are going to be players up here, and I think he's got a good read of the player on
Kino's
those red
catching up.
stairs.
The Raid's here
Dancing
helps.
with them around the bottom of the wedding window as well earlier.
My bridge
Kino
done.
just going to try and do what he does best.
Got one.
I don't know if he's being powered. Oh, I thought he was going to get powered.
Ooh, and he will get one, but SSG, probably
Why
the
would
most
he,
impressive
bro?
thing we've seen so far.
Kino's so good, bro.
That shot, that quick reaction from Kino.
I literally
might
said
just-
my
I
gut
think might
feeling
just
was
beat
Kino.
that,
I'm
but
not even trolling.
SSG has
Still should be
done a
impossible to
good
win.
job
1
in
HP on Blitz.
play. Not only the initial
Nah,
rush,
he's
but even the
someone Blitz.
rotation upstairs. Players ready for it in mining, and it's an easy pre-fire from Dream. But SSG's game plan is
Come on, Raid!
last round.
Yeah, I'm dropping off the
Very
deck,
well
bro. I'm
thought
not doing
out,
this
very
shit, bro.
good, and also
Nope.
such
Nope.
quick and sharp reactions to
Don't
what
do that.
DARKZERO are doing and adjusting
Don't
in
do that.
real time.
It seems strange to say this, but this DZ team is hella aggressive. And that's not usually a characteristic that we've been able to give toward DARKZERO with rosters gone by. These guys really
Like, I probably got
messing
scammed,
around.
bro.
Sometimes
It's not
it is to
probably
their
like fucking
detriment, though.
13.5, bro.
And I feel like the cart is just being
promise
put
you,
in front of the horse a little
I looked
bit
at prize
too
picks
often.
right before the game.
Round 4 bans will
And what was
be
what's
an
on?
Aruni and
14.5.
Deimos. Now, the Aruni isn't too much of a surprise. Those
The
DMRs
rivals,
have
bro,
been a bit
rivals
of a
line was
problem
13.5.
so far for DARKZERO, as they are a problem for a lot of teams at the moment.
Bro, Jay, stop trying to
So
scam us, Jay.
powerful.
Yeah, bro, shut up, bro.
It isn't really the laser gates.
Little
that you want to
scammer?
get
Little
rid of
scam
so
boy?
much as that DMR because
Like,
it just
damn,
hits
bro,
like
like,
an
shut your bitch ass.
absolute truck. They are going to choose
Is
now
it
to
8
take
attacks?
a
Yes,
timeout.
that's 8 attacks game.
Halfway through their first phase here, halfway through the most difficult side.
Then they're already having a timeout at
Try and
2-1?
steady the ship now before things go too drastically awry.
Who the fuck calls a timeout at 2-1?
Transpired. I mean, SSG have opened things up with the first 3 opening kills every single time, and pretty much every single round has then even gone to a 4v3.
Bro, 'cause they automatically get a timeout at
Last
4-2.
round being
That's
technically
split.
the sole exception, but it still was a 4v4 that resulted in Kino being forced off the plant and the overall initial attacking strategy, which obviously at DARKZERO were fully committing to, going awry and not being successful. Required a rotation up the stairs that, as you can see, not only were SSG ready for, DARKZERO also just didn't.
Look, my
like,
legs
have
are
the planning
fried,
necessary,
bro.
And it's understandable.
Bro, my
when
shit
you're
are
putting
dead.
so
It's so
much
hard for me to walk
investment
up
in
and down
that
the stairs.
quick blitz play at the beginning.
Okay.
You're going to need to put in a lot of investment later in the round to recover it. Maybe you don't have the drones. Maybe you don't have the utility.
I don't know
You
if
feel
I'm
a lot
going
of
to the
pressure.
gym,
Don't feel
though.
like you have the time. And so things are just going to inherently be softer than the set play you likely have in the strat book. But SSG were able to take advantage of
But I
that.
thought that
and they're
biking
already
would
starting
help
out
me
with
too. That
advantages in every
shit's
single round. A little more respect might need to be afforded toward the space station side as they have come to play, and even in the round they lost.
I mean, if you don't go to the gym today, you need to make sure you're like walking your dog or some shit, loosen your legs up.
DARKZERO's pick.
Bro, I walked my girl's dog for an hour yesterday.
I would kind of like to see DZ slow down just a little bit. I think that they've got room.
We went to like a river walk.
As you say,
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they are just moving a little bit too quickly at the moment. Time will tell us whether
Good
that
boy?
happens or
What you mean,
not.
good
Blackbeard
boy?
certainly hasn't been banned, so that isn't gonna
What time you playing Jynxzi? I don't know, bro. He just texted me this morning saying you want to play ranked today. That's all I know, bro.
He's still gonna be rocking
Whenever he goes live, he'll probably have it in his title.
got a little bit more information or alternative.
What kind of dog she have? I don't even know,
as
bro.
well. Nua's gonna
Couldn't
be
even
rocking
tell you.
Snake. We've seen Deimos previously, but with Deimos getting
Come on,
removed,
J90.
forced onto the Snake. Oh no, what a shame. Snake in a lot of ways better than Deimos, and in some ways not as good.
It's fine. Foster's more of a defense player.
Snake's ability to
Wait, y'all both have DARKZERO players?
Scanners.
Yeah.
Or Getty.
I should have took the dream over.
Good read as to where these players are out on that rappel.
That was free.
Out toward east.
What was his line, like 11.5?
It
It was 11.
Can be searching out for some of
He
those
halfway
players
there.
kicking around.
Facts.
But not I'm not giving too much info just yet.
Well, especially with the pulse. Definitely thinking about saving that spec here on that
Bro, I
heartbeat
need to
scanner
see
for the late round
tactical
behind the
major, bro.
plant. We're not finding anything right
I need
now.
them to win.
Not the biggest of concerns. Not a very
If they
immediate
win,
priority for Space Station Gaming.
There's a girl that you stream. Yeah, she knows that stream, bro.
Quite a bit. I mean,
Oh, you said, am I
at
going?
this point,
Yeah.
every single
Oh
open
my
No.
God.
the past 3 rounds had already occurred.
Bro,
Well, it's
Kino was
actually
so free, bro.
not that much slower in this go around as
Was that work? Or,
SSG
nah, it was striker.
What's the point of a 1-for-1 like
in
that?
a row, but a player hopping out of the window to take down NJR and it's gonna
Shot Dream.
pretty good trade, and the follow up onto the
Matter of fact, he
Blackbeard.
died. How did
It is
BB die?
another 4v3 for Space Station Gaming, and losing the striker's one thing, losing the Blackbeard.
Raids 1 HP, of
That's
course.
something else entirely.
Raid's always putting himself in like a weird ass
There's
position.
not much that they're giving away as a
My
trade.
fault. If you don't get this one, bro.
Oh my God.
Nice, Raid.
Down to the safety of the side.
Yo, why does he run around this gun so
This was
much?
clear, but the default camera was being manned by rival and allows Raid, despite being on 1 HP, snag himself something.
He's just like walking around.
He's such a
with box,
crat.
bro.
He's such a rat.
J9O doesn't have a Scooby as to where he is.
He's gonna get
Barricade,
Solid Snake when he comes
unfortunately,
upstairs.
will
Nah, he's not
slow
gonna.
Raid down, but you get the feeling that he's already
Raid's in
moving
perfect
around
positioning.
here
This
for
should be a
his
free
team.
kill.
Can watch onto the top of those red
Oh my
stairs.
God.
Likely think
Oh
this
my.
is a freebie. There's just no idea
Alright,
from
alright.
Newers.
Still got the killer Raid.
Even the F2
Nice,
can't
J9.
deal with
Oh.
Raid right now. Can he find the final one? No. Pre-firing for all he was worth, but
No.
J9O cleans him up.
Nitro.
30 seconds, 3 kills to find. Damage in onto Aiden. I don't feel like he's got the sufficient
I like this
info.
though, 'cause I know
But on the
DZ
flip
can
side,
come
we've
back,
got Dream
so it's
and
fine.
Gitty and Aiden all alive.
Nah, this might be a
Scan as to
7-1.
win.
Free,
Ain't gonna be
bro.
an easy one.
No, and it won't be one at all.
The
That's
dream
why
over was
SSG
always happening.
Cafe defense looking
Nice.
indomitable.
I almost took the
at
dream
the
under
moment.
though. That was like I was like, Lou, what's the dream?
There's still a pretty heavy
Aiden did not get
stalemate
hit
going
his toe, bro.
into the actual execute. If you think
That
back
shit
to round
definitely
2,
is
required a
cocked,
really
yeah.
cool call from DARKZERO and J9O to work around it. But everything else has been SSG setting the pace out the gate and DARKZERO never coming up with an alternative solution. And, or even if they did, one that SSG effectively
What if Kino did
thwarted,
die,
and I
bro?
think you can just
Did he
see
just ADS
that
Dream or some shit?
confidence in that decisiveness continuing in SSG's play. Obviously, the decision to go for that hop out there, always a risk, but the gamble pays off. But I think most importantly, this was probably the most dominant round we've seen so far. You have the 4v3, but there's barely any time for it to really settle, and for DARKZERO to even think of an alternative option. We don't have anything like a rotation up through mining like we saw in the kitchen round. We don't have anything like we saw in round 1, where we try and at least saw some players take some fights over towards the cocktail side. No, this time, by the time the rest of the fights occurred, DARKZERO seemed scattered and unsure of what to
What is
do.
that, Bao? Is that a vape?
It's been excellent so far. And looking like the trend might continue, with that round being probably the most dominant so far.
5 seconds to go.
J9O, Kino, and Newers all inside of the top 5 ahead of today. And that's despite the fact that they've only played 4 maps, by the way, and there's some people in that top 5 that have played 7 and 6 maps. So even on a lower map count, they still had good enough statistics to hang in that top 5. 3 of the 5 players on DARKZERO.
Reloading. Cover me.
Newers at the moment hasn't even got a kill in this lobby. DZ looking really slow, really cold in the opening couple of rounds here on Cafe. That's going to be something that has to change. They've already used that tactical timeout, and we know that Cafe can be a difficult side. Need better than 5-1 split. Ideally, 2-4, 3-3 at the best at this point. But SSG aren't letting up an inch. Flip side, if we've highlighted some of the negatives on DZ, it's only fair to highlight some of the heroes so far on Space Station. Dream 6-1. He's running an absolute mockery at the moment of this DZ attack. Good information there for Gitty. C4.
Nice, Giddy.
Open. Ooh, I know. See you later, pal.
Lou, what happened to your player, Lou?
On the heartbeat
He
scanner
ran out of
was
white
good.
and nitro
And
to him,
Gitty
bro.
I know,
was able to
pussy.
convert. Still 2 C4s left. And DZ
Bro,
was
why's my shit
scared to
lagging?
get into the building leads.
Nice, Dream.
What the
Dream
hell?
7 and 1.
5.
I mean, if
Yo,
DARKZERO
Dream's about to be over in 4 rounds.
swinging out of it. Dream is swinging people
map.
outside
Never
of my
mind.
window, standing on cocktail balcony. I've not even seen that angle before. Like, I knew it existed as an intellectual concept. I've never seen someone take a fight from that. Just ridiculous from SSG right now. Another C4 goes out, and Honestly
Raid has the
surprised
C4.
Kino makes it out, given how close
Nice
they are.
It's my
Raid.
player
That one's
again.
the end of Fultz.
It's my player.
Viewers and the IGL both on 0 kills going into the final round of DARKZERO's attack.
Raid's on par. Raid's on par.
12 looking to try and salvage something, even if it's
Oh my
just
God,
their
Kino's
pride.
live.
Kino won the round,
Free Fire
please.
lands one. 2 players isolated
Kino's
inside
late.
Diamond, as we can tell the other
Holy
one back on
shit.
Brown.
Come on, Raid. One more Raid. One more Raid.
Giddy, who's been also doing quite
Nice!
well
Wait, that was
in
rival.
rounds.
Thank God.
4 and 3 at the moment, but 2 opening picks and a double in that
Oh, Blue, looks
round.
like we're above
SSG
-10, bro.
up 4-1 on DZ's pick, and it's looking like this half won't be close.
Nah, I'm not
SSG
yet.
just aren't giving an inch. Cafe can be a really difficult map.
You're
You can
good, dude.
aggress on the
That was
windows.
good.
But you have to,
defender.
you have to like full security for
There's a
sure.
time and place
One
to do
game
it.
retard.
It doesn't always mean
I know.
that you need to
Good.
be there
He sits on
40
mute.
seconds after the
He
round
sits on
starts
mute and
with your
shits on
head
everyone.
pressed up against a window, because you're likely just going to get pre-fired. But
Damn,
if you know
Blake's
that
playing
there
on
are
break.
people a little bit deeper, especially on that cocktail
Yeah,
side,
what if? Yeah,
then
go
you
to
can
the
definitely
part.
challenge onto it. And
Yo.
particularly if you do it both
Go
at
to
the
the
same
match
time.
chat with
One at
Peachy,
wide
bro. What
window,
is this
one
retard
at
saying,
cocktail
bro?
window. 2 C4 kills in that round as well. I mean, that's a beauty. Dips out the bottom of White Stairs. Great pick there from Dream. Like, they just seem to have such a great read on when to swing, when to play
Nah,
aggressive,
deadass run.
and then
They're just
again,
getting
when to
cheesed.
back up. We don't see them throwing.
I don't know what that means.
Dream's about to be over in 4 rounds.
SSG are very cautious with that advantage. They'll exercise it and they'll let you know
In
that they've
4
got that
freaking
backfield
rounds, yeah.
advantage, but they're not just throwing bodies blindly at problems. Doing such a good job of just letting DARKZERO come to them.
And that nigga
And
not do
honestly, if you
simple
went
math,
through
bro.
and
How much y'all think 8
That's
ways?
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying,
I know
bro.
at least 3 of
I just
Kino's
told him.
kills in this game are in
How much y'all think 8 ways?
because they were just cleaned up at the end of a round.
Like,
Bro, like,
250.
So that
like
puts him at
240.
5-5.
NGL with 2.
NGL with 2.
240, Jay, nah, he's like 3
Decisive
something.
only won 1 round,
Like
so there's only
350?
5 of
Maybe
them.
like high 2s.
Yeah, you're right. He is tall.
Yeah, he's like my height.
He's like,
Alarm bell time.
Well, and to your point,
Yeah, like 270.
5 Kino's kills in total have come in rounds that they've
Like
lost.
Dave
2
Freddy.
that we just saw, that 3K back in round
Yeah.
3. So, I mean, that's literally...
Chat, Raid's on par. What is Raid, 15.5?
is this map 1?
Think about it that
Damn,
way.
Kino and Dream are about to be
Shut out by
over.
Space Station Gaming. And again, think back, the
Wait,
only
so
time that
do they
DARKZERO
play
had
again
something
at-
was
Wait,
when
Jay,
they
everybody you pick goes 0 and something.
get that diffuser down and work a really
The
nice
winner
and impressive
makes the
post
major.
plant. And
Are you
can
sure?
figure that
They don't play
SSG
again after this?
Faced that one time,
No,
we're like,
bro.
we are never letting them get to that point again. We are not giving them any
Jay,
chance.
everybody
We're
you
not
pick
giving
just
them
does
a chance to get
shit.
that plant down.
Shut
Whether it's
up,
in the early
bitch.
game or the late game, they are not getting a single inch of control unless we consent to it. The final defense back down to kitchen. This is where we saw that rush in round
No
3.
way, Jay, you're up
Nothing
this
like that
early?
this
No
go
way.
around. It's just a normal full clear because it'll be a pretty slow.
I'm always up this early.
Next
What are you
50
talking
seconds or
about?
so, and we've even only got 1 C4.
I just gotta get on.
I knew
Nice,
they,
Shane, I know.
One of them already
Bro,
lost,
I
but
knew they play
that's
again
DARKZERO's
after this.
first opening
Fucking
pick this whole
retard
half,
Lou.
and maybe that's the difference maker.
Bro, what are you
It's just
talking
like
about?
much
No,
more
they
I
don't.
mean, maybe, but if they do play, they probably play. Yeah, they probably play for like 3rd place though. They don't. It's not like
Oh.
they don't play for nothing.
Alright, I'm gonna trust you, bro.
That's not a good one.
No, 100%.
I promise you
You
this is
brought a
for the major.
scent as well, so you can block off lines of sight. This just looks so much
Good, there you
more
go.
typical of what I was expecting out of DARKZERO here tonight. Finally,
no
they're not
idea,
bringing the
Dark.
Blackbeard. Finally, they're not just trying to play quick and loose. They've got a minute 15 now. They can try and deal with these players further. Another kill
Little
found
folks, can you just get
through
one, bro?
there, or at least in the bottom of
Let me
the
know he's
order.
on sense. He's not
Go.
Raid's
never
in
gonna
a bit
get
of a
one.
nasty spot as
He's gonna
well.
go for the
Might be
plan
warded,
again.
but that isn't gonna help you if the bullets start flying. Aiden has picked up a decent position.
Bro, I'm
favorite.
always like on Kino's side, bro. Why the
So
fuck did I not take Kino,
transition
bro?
through just through the
Like I'm the one that
sheer
always
numbers.
says.
Nah, I was like, Kino's my gut
Try and
pick.
deny this.
What is
He's
Dream
flamed
doing?
off.
He's
Where's
flamed off. He's
Jane
trying to take
at?
a direct fight down the hatch. He's been flashed in the process. Now I was
Get a
gonna
kill here,
say,
Raid. Get a kill here, Raid.
I see the gamble because of one
Nah, Raid's
flashbang.
dead.
Dream is a dead man walking.
No, this is a
Raid's
flawless
fully pushed
round.
back and isolated in VIP.
Nah,
and
Joe,
that
Raid's
makes this
alive.
a 1v5
No,
essentially
don't
for
do
Aiden.
that,
We've
Raid.
got 4 people on this crossfire at the moment, making sure Raid does not get out alive. Aiden moving
Dude,
to
this is
support.
Do not let,
discipline, bro.
do
Everyone
not
from
let
DARKZERO's
Raid get a
playing for the
kill,
kills.
bro.
They sense the win condition and are not going for the plan. They are
Damn.
pushing deep.
Let Raid get one here.
Kino-
Standing at the
Kino
brown
just be
bar, double
walking
kill
at
from
them,
Kino. This is
bro.
looking
Yeah,
like
do it
these
again.
kills
Like,
are
like,
back
like,
to back.
like, it's on.
It's Raid in
Oh
the
my
1v5.
gosh,
It'll be a
traded.
Let's go,
flawless-
Raid.
No, not a flawless.
Kino has 10 already,
It's a trade
bro.
at the end, but an
Let's talk about
impactless
it,
one
go.
nonetheless. Space Station get their lead, but DARKZERO.
Well,
What's
T4 is
Kino's
good.
line, like 16?
He's
This is actually- no, this is actually a perfect setup for me, at least.
Yeah, Jay,
That's what
0-7.
everyone has to say about the first 6 rounds.
No, because, bro, this dude's a defense player, trust me.
Thanks, X. I mean, this one was
Yeah, he's
a lot
0-7.
stronger from SSG than I think.
Yeah.
I
He is a
expected, at least
defense
right
player,
out
bro.
the
Shut
gate.
up,
They
I'm
took
telling you.
early control,
Wait, who'd
4-2
you bet on?
so far on Cafe.
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
just
He's
I
0-4.
really can't call
Bro,
anything. I mean,
Jay,
the
I'm not gonna
aggression
lie.
from SSG, I really like they've been getting the majority.
mind,
Well,
man.
they've gotten 5 out of 6 of the opening kills going into their favor. I mean, round 3 and 4 in
both
particular,
me and
they
Ryan
just
people are
always
looking
have a
good, bro.
response,
I'm
and I think
be
that's something that both
Yo, Chain IO is
and
not
Leaks
looking
have
good. What are you
talked
talking
They've
about?
just been so
Did y'all
strategically
bet with
sound
each
in
other
understanding
again?
what SSG
How many does he have?
how they can
He has
stop the
5.
flow of the round. Even this right
And
here,
what's
they
his
know
line?
the blitz is pushing, but
18.
he's not even focusing on it. He's focused on the play that's going to jump and
I
immediately
mean,
follow
yeah,
up.
that's not
But
too
again, they
bad.
have these crossfires, they have these traits. And then
In order for them
look
to
at
come
it.
back, he needs to have at least
For
like
example,
12
if you're gonna
kills.
jump out of the window, you have
Chat,
to
I need a
do that.
massage, bro. Somebody give me a
That's
massage, bro.
exactly what happens. You get the kill here that puts the pressure now on SSG. They start to then they get the other kill on Cocktail, and then they play back into their lair.
This
And
is
that's
easy,
what I'm
man.
also really like to see. If you're gonna have an early aggressive game, you don't have to continue through and make that your entire name of the game throughout the entire thing. They play more passive, and then it's SSG on the back foot, having to slow it down, having to understand what's our next approach. I mean, it is 100% not only a physical game of the aspect of aggression, but then it's a mind game of what's going to happen next, how can we stop it?
I mean, I think one simple word to sum up SSG's play is just confidence. Some of the gunfights that they're going for, I feel like is purely backed off confidence. Being able to understand, oh, I can peek here. If I die, it's not the end of the world. I mean, the plays that we're seeing from Giddy, the shield not affecting the player inside of Train. I think SSG's whole game plan is just early aggression. They're playing a very classic style of Siege. They get the first pick or some type of early advantage, and then they try to drain out as much utility from DARKZERO as possible. Now, from the side of DARKZERO,
Come on, Aiden. What is he
did they come
drinking?
into this maybe underestimating SSG? Because it feels like a lot of the ways that they're dying is just simple things that, you know, you're not looking at an angle.
Chat,
or
what
you're
the
getting
fuck was he
super
drinking?
aggressive. I mean, round 2.
Just desire guys were
Should I drink? Should I take my ashwaganas? Let me take my ashwagandha pills.
These opening kills,
He wasting more
one
money.
round is not the end of the world, but it's happening
He just said that
consistently.
I'm
Now
minus
you're on
11
defense,
because
you
I
have a
owe
little bit
Bogo
more of a
$11.
hard
Is this
hold.
guy
You're not gonna
stupid,
be
bro?
getting caught off
Nala
guard,
literally won.
hopefully. If you're SSG, I'm assuming we're going to see a lot more coordinated pushes, maybe off of a blitz potentially,
Turn
where
on
they're
Daisy
trying
right
to get
now.
that first pick.
That don't make no
initially,
sense because
attack
stay
from
down,
SSG seems very
stay down
similar to
paid, and you paid
familiar
stay down, right?
Two old
Yeah.
styles of attack on Cafe.
Well, Dream has also been playing really well individually. I was surprised to see him streaming before this match. I asked him, like
He's
usually
retarded.
you
I don't
before
know what
the
he's
game,
saying.
He said, some people just want it more. Some people are just hungry and are ready to go.
That's the most Dream response.
So clearly he's feeling good. This team is warmed up and ready to go.
Chat, let me take my
We're
creatine.
ready to go to see how this
Like, I'm locked in, chat.
gets underway.
Chat.
Back to you.
Thank you very much, you guys. And honestly, Ollie, I think one of the points I want to pick up on is whether or not DARKZERO might have been underestimating SSG. Because I think we can say that it's not necessarily definitively true, but it's definitely a plausible interpretation.
This guy sent me
But
29.
that, I think, was dispelled a little bit in
Yo,
round 6.
I would've
think
crashed.
if that kind of strategy and the way they played is indicative of anything, I think they're locked in.
If you hit
Yeah,
end string, if you
there's an
don't,
argument to say they're locking in. There is an argument to
Bro,
say I think
what?
that they potentially underestimated and it took them a long time. Maybe DZ were a little bit stubborn because
this will
when they
be
pull out an attacking
this will
round
be
like they
3
did in round
maps.
number
All of
six,
these will go over.
yet it's
Well,
taken
Dark,
them
we're only
6 rounds
doing
to actually
the
do
first
that.
2.
You think to yourself, well, if you could have done this all along, why weren't we doing this from the start? You know, like it's a stubbornness, isn't it? It's a stubbornness to change, and it's
Now
no,
Fulton's
we'll
on
get it
Solar,
next
so
time,
now I gotta stay alive again,
kill
bro.
or
Like,
something
what
like
the
that.
fuck?
And that's something that's going to cost them games and cost them maps because there are teams out there that will take that and absolutely run away with it. SSG now have an opportunity. They have a 2-round buffer going into this attacking side.
Fuck it, Fultz just run out of reception, bro.
Bands as well. A Ying and a Dokkaebi.
In the basement.
Okay, sure. Dokkaebi's great, obviously always Ying.
Yeah,
again,
but it's Johnson
throwing
need to stay
the
alive,
great
bro. They're
category.
reading.
No, no, Zella,
You
you're
can
right.
still make something happen with Dream on that Blackbeard. I think that's what they're going to try and work with here. Same defense bands.
Chat, what y'all know about this?
Mentioning they are that good that they have been used both by each the attack and the defense respectively. So we can rest assured that we are.
Oh my god, that shit tastes like
there
shit.
when it comes to the old defense band.
And to your point about the meta, we got double flank watch for SSG. That is not something necessarily.
It makes your dick smaller, I heard. What? What makes your
See
dick smaller?
If one's broad,
Are they
usually
the
a
cam
gridlock,
on the
but
solos?
clearly very cognizant of that. You saw one
Cam
track
up
stinger
looks.
earlier being dedicated to the bakery double door. Really worried about potential runouts.
How was that funny though? I'm
But Solus
confused.
on the board.
Bro, how does ashwagandha make your dick smaller?
Something you have to be careful of.
It literally boosts your testosterone, which makes
Bro,
your
that's
dick
what people
bigger.
with small dicks say, bro.
Viewers on the opposite side. And the smoke canister
Where's Raid at?
Dream's feet. Got to back up on a new balcony, or excuse me, cocktail balcony.
Come on,
trying to
Raid.
escape. First kill breaks DARKZERO's way with Dream.
I mean, Aiden's just 1 HP.
It's fire, so he's 1 HP.
Side, who can add a gun to the situation. He's got nobody immediately around.
Nice Dream! Wait, what? He just got shot through his shield.
1 for 1 for DARKZERO. It ends up tied, even in the HP count, which is kind of crazy. Though, one shot hits either of these players, the Aruni or the Nomad, they'll go down.
Got out.
I'm not paying you out there.
Actually doesn't change hands whatsoever. Minute to go, and neither
Like I
side-
bet my player goes 0-7 last
yet,
time.
Jay.
Oh, kill yourself. Shut up.
To try
In
and
GTA.
drag that back a little bit.
Damn.
A glimpse there as well. He's really trying to command this white stare at the moment. Kino does need to be cautious.
Get a bit of creatine. This isn't creatine. This is beetroot powder, chat.
Take a position on the lower portion of white stairs. It's a great position to
Oh my god, that shit is disgusting. I might have to start like
I don't know.
dry scooping that shit.
SSG really.
Alright, well,
have
SSG
the
can win this round with that hatch open.
right
That's
amount
actually
of
big.
bodies to be
actually
throwing
huge, it's
at
actually
that
huge.
problem. Aiden still pretty low HPs.
If one wants a mining windows, this should be
There will be
fries.
a time here when he has to go for an engagement.
Yeah.
Great!
No, bro.
NGR goes for one, catches the player moving through the Banshee, a little lacking.
Yeah, raid's
Great
over,
big
bro. I
trade.
ain't gonna lie.
Newers and Aiden still on low HP. Might come down to which of these players falls. Aiden being the aggressor with only 10 seconds remaining. It seems much more likely to be him. No, it's Ray to be the next one, and Aiden. 3K for NJR as he finds those last 2 kills. DARKZERO making a bit of a show at the beginning, but really, when SSG tried to push into their setup, DARKZERO just didn't blink.
This is maybe the alarm bell, isn't it? Maybe a little bit of a cause for concern.
Yeah,
SSG
Temp, I'm
had
happy, bro,
days
because
on
this
their
shit tastes like
attacks,
ass.
but they never really got to break in to the defense there in any meaningful way. They were able to take good
Let's ask
control of the
ChatGPT what
stairs.
beetroot powder is good for you.
And there was a time, particularly when Dream was able to get into Cocktail and get the kill on the vert, you think, oh, there's a chance he just pops up here and bangs the guy on Laundry Hatch and then takes the challenge on the guy Lumber. He could maybe, you know, chain a couple together there. Wasn't really meant to be. Alternate mid-floor side now. It's been a very popular position for both of these teams so far tonight. Really enjoying defending inside this mid-floor. I think partly because it just works so similarly. You can borderline out the same or a similar setup for both defenses and not loads really changes. Although saying that, we've got quite a focus on Breach Denial at the moment. We've got both the Cade and the 2-brow. I often ignore the 2-brow just because it's
Shut up.
so you're going to see, you know, people do DMR things with it, and you're maybe not going to see this auto canisters used so effectively. But Kino rocking the Cade. I don't.
Raid!
That kind of goes into a point
What
that
is
I
he
was talking
doing,
about
bro?
back on SSG's.
Come on,
That's
Raid!
some stupid ass shit. Kino.
Aggression on this map from a defensive point of view doesn't have to look like just sticking your head in the window because you are going to get pre-fired. It can be just peeking at a later
Nah,
point in the round once
I
you've
didn't know
got
we went
a bit
straight
more
to
info,
playoffs,
you know
bro.
where
I
somebody
wanted
is,
to
you're
play
a bit
the
more
league.
established, and the attack aren't going to expect it as much then. But Kino going to pay the ultimate price.
But
in
Lou,
the
I
first,
told you
what,
that, you fucking
10
idiot.
seconds of the round?
No, I didn't know we were already going to playoffs, bro. We don't have to play for a month.
Probably more like first 20
Nah,
seconds.
that's usually not like that, though.
Never.
And then
Trying
the
to
other
commit a bit
leagues.
deep into the, you know, the kind of spawn peak phase
Yeah,
of the
no,
round.
it's big.
As you said, pays the ultimate price for it.
Fultz is
A
on
lot of
a
the electric claws like they
snake,
already played, so
yeah.
the benefits of the overall Cade 2-brow strategy will still be there. You might not be able to like rotate the electric
Oh my
claws, but you
gosh,
can still put
stream's,
the
like,
Zoto
inside.
canisters on the electrified walls, but
They're just gonna go for a play here.
we can just bump all that to another topic. Dream has found a complete way into dining with the diffuser as well. You can see a lot of defenders in the reading position, but also downstairs.
Dream is locked.
Deeper catches the pulse with a heartbeat scanner out. Clocks him in the face. Giddy, I think, secures the kill though. And Vulcan Pack.
Nice, J90.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, he's gonna run out with blitz.
Been falling apart around this
Yep.
blitz. He's
Kill.
made it through somehow, finds a line through
Let's go,
everything,
Fultz.
survives much longer
Okay.
than
Let's go,
anticipated.
Fultz.
That's good for us, Jay. That's good for
I'm not
us.
like, how do you not
Let's go,
flash
let's
the guy in
go.
the
Look.
How he not flash the guy in the closet?
They're coming down to a trade right at the end. We are seeing a heck of a lot of trades.
How'd he not flash the guy in the closet?
Again, another
Fultz
big
is so
round from
handsome.
DZ.
Let's fucking go,
They fought
Fultz.
back from behind as well, with Kino going
Yeah.
down inside of the first 15
Mm.
seconds.
So you think you're wait? Are your legs like
It
sore
really
right
didn't
now?
seem to falter them.
My hamstrings.
Again, this is where we
just wait for
start to think
tomorrow,
about
bro.
SSG and
How did he
No,
not
second
flash the
results
guy in
goals.
the closet, Muddy?
Let's be honest, it's looking
He's
quite
so
similar to
bad.
the way that DZ wanted to attack themselves.
Shit is
A lot
terrible.
of it's trying to hinge around this Blackbeard. And yeah, often
What's
it isn't
terrible?
really having the desired effect. It will pick up a kill here or there.
I hit legs
especially
yesterday for
positioning
the
like
first
that
time in
from
forever.
Where he manages to get himself right into
Oh yeah, I hit
the
legs. My legs just sore like 3 days ago.
Literally in the corridor that separates the two.
Yeah, mine's just 3 days ago.
You can almost see the relief there on NJR's face because that had the potential to go pretty bad pretty quick, especially when you're against a Blackbeard and a Deimos. They are two very unforgiving operators. As it stands, DZ have leveled back the lead now, so the advantage that SSG had coming into this half has all but disappeared. And we are once again at a level playing field ahead of round number 9.
Could be a moment where DARKZERO break away with the lead right after this. We'll see what SSG do to try and counter that. Unfortunate drone found early. You can see that even though they successfully dealt with the Kino spawn peek, it is still influencing SSG's behavior, taking a long peek. 3 guns aimed at that double window just to be safe. Renegade burned early, but I was supposed to say this would be more likely just to allow Rival to hold the angle and also throw in that nade. Newer's prepped and ready for a Selma charge.
I like Drake.
Just an Arlie projectile that's thrown in.
Mango.
Bro, stop going definite. What the fuck is that, bro?
I think it's a pretty slow attack, all things considered, reminiscent of the DARKZERO one
Jesus,
in round
press your
6.
shit, Louis.
Aiden.
You're talking to me?
If
I'm
anybody
going
that's
to
going
you.
to peek this angle, it's going to be Newer's.
Man, stop.
Talking to you, nigga.
Like, chat, my whole body is sore, bro.
Not cause any problems. Be careful going forward. Good find, though. Shutting off
Oh my
the
gosh.
overground. There's just a little bit of an exchange back and forth.
Yo, I like how aggressive Raid is. Raid's so aggressive.
It's been a bit weird,
Yeah, he almost
but
got
all things
first
considered,
pick.
still a
Rude.
fairly normal beginning of this round.
News has just been rolling with the punches, hasn't he? The big problem there is he's lost his power position inside of Wedding. So that wall into Bakery now can be open.
They're gonna fuck this
Selma
kid. They're gonna fuck the dude in
onto
code.
there.
Coat.
But we
You're
are-
gonna flash him. Raid's gonna hop in.
I think
Or Sense is gonna hop in.
actually got rid of
They're
it,
about to
so
fuck him.
some good
Nice
fancy
rival.
footwork
Nice rival.
from
Good
Dark
first
That's
Zero
him, I
to
think.
maintain
I don't
that
mind that. I
position,
don't mind
keep
that first pick.
closed. Selma is going to be on there now, but again,
That's more for
thrown
Fultz.
out by the Zoto
Nope,
canister.
that's more for Jin, I
All
know.
of this is brilliant.
Nope, that's
time
more
score
for Fultz.
from DARKZERO, and it runs a lot deeper.
Because Raid's about to fuck
than it
him.
initially looks
Nope.
like. You just think, oh, there's a player at the
Gotta
bottom of
back
red.
him.
No, no,
Does
no.
he know he's in
There are
Christmas?
layers to this.
No, they definitely
Eventually,
know.
it will now be open. But
That's
with
like
the left,
unchallengable.
The value of opening that long angle into
Oh my gosh,
Bakery
what is he doing?
It's a little bit more diminished. It's almost just given a perfect line of sight to pop that goal.
What is
Kino
Vertical
doing?
pressure
That
now
ain't
trying to
Giddy.
come in, but Giddy
Kino chows that.
taking as much as he's
Like
dishing
what?
out there.
Oh my god,
Kino's
they're
a
dead.
fucking
They're
go.
10 house one.
Collapse has to happen here.
Raid kills this guy.
It's going to be a
Oh my
double
God.
swing, but I think
Nice!
it's a crossfire on the VIP position.
killed
but
Raid too.
Why would Raid not just chow him?
Opening up his arms
Nice.
to
Both
the
side too. Yes! Yes!
This will die.
Two in a row, and neither side able to get a
Chill,
clear
guys.
lead.
Chill, guys.
SSG might have the advantage,
Oh my
but
God.
both of the
It's only
previous
a
have come down to
mini pixel.
2v2s. And they could
He's
very
on the
well hear.
Ryan.
Why would you re-peek that?
That kill potentially next to that
What?
Such low HP. Got to back up for the next engagement.
Oh, they're both there.
There's a C4, so can evade the gunfight entirely, but 2 DMRs trained on both remaining attackers in Freezer. It'll be difficult as SSG very
Shot,
God.
Aiden.
A
Yes,
great
Aiden.
pre-fire with
Yes!
the missile,
Come
anticipating
on,
the
Aiden.
lead.
We get that.
And SSG
Fucking
retakes
go at
We need them to win the round, though. We need OC. We need OC.
Pushes for the kill. We've got a player
Jay,
going back
your
to pick
guy's
up the
not
kit at the
going
bottom of the stairs. I was just like, nah, I've got him. I know exactly where he is. A really close end there.
Not like a
Who
lie,
is
I
from
think it's
console
a
on
bad
SSG?
bug.
Only Raid? Nah, Aiden too. Aiden's from console.
Driving position for a majority of that round, but SSG rallied beautifully, and the call.
Aiden and Raid are both from console, bro.
Bakery when they saw that there was quite an intense mini game of Zoto canisters and impacts being thrown and ways to try and deny Bakery wall from being open. I think that they did a really good job.
Ugh,
of it
my
there and
tummy
saying,
hurts,
yeah,
bro.
You know what? We can leave somebody there to just
Your
watch
tummy
it
hurts?
and to give a little bit of presence there, and it gives some brilliant phantom pressure. But ultimately, we have to switch things up here if we are going to succeed, and that's exactly what they did. Got themselves into the bottom of White Stairs, cleared out VIP, and were able to work from there. Jane, I know, given quite the impossible task. Really low HP. We did well to get one with the C4, but somebody at main door, bottom of brown stairs. You've got the window inside there as well. Like, there was just so much going on for him to try and deal with.
Look at all them playing next to each other.
SSG have broken
Bunch of pussies.
faced on this attacking side and have picked one up down on the basement. We're gonna have to do else. We're gonna have to win elsewhere.
There's 70
here on
fucking
cafe
8 outside, bro.
That's
fuck?
it?
to try and make something happen.
Damn.
It's not summer about to get, bro. Shut up, bitch.
I'm not sure he'll get it.
Not in fucking Florida.
I also point out he's actually not died every round. I think there's one round that he survived.
Well, given that Kino's died 9 times, it can't be possible.
Kino has 13 kills.
Start of round 10.
So sorry, you know, Raid, not to be mean, but like, stop whining. Look at Kino. He's died every single round. He got shut down spawn peeking. 13 and 9.
Shut the fuck up, Caster. Don't ever talk to Raid like that.
You just gotta take your lumps. You just gotta deal with it.
Chat, we don't stand for Raid slander.
I mean, at the same time, I do understand Raid's position. He has been dying a fair bit. That's not even like a derogatory statement. This is true.
Wait, who should
It's
talk
fine
to
because,
Raid?
I mean,
The
especially in the past
commentators?
3 rounds. These rounds have been extremely close. So painfully close.
Only I can talk shit to Raid.
And I imagine everybody wants a bit of the action, but also I think everyone just wants a bit more decisive victories, whether you're on DARKZERO or SSG side. You'd like this second half to be a bit more comfortable, but at least for SSG, up 5-4 right now. To attack the second floor bomb site as DARKZERO begin their repetitions. Played K2 without combo.
Jay, your guy's doing pretty good this game.
Now applying that same strategy to a different bomb site. The other second floor side.
I'm not even gonna like show that any attention.
What do you mean?
J9O, what are you
He's
doing?
already found a little bit of value on IQ's scanner as well, and it's not gonna be long until he discovers the.
Let me guess, IQ's about to just like floor bang him or some shit.
J9O's about to get fucked. He's about to get fucked.
After firebolts going in, final nomad place.
Nice, good
Because
play.
trying to get themselves onto these windows and not wanting to challenge too aggressively. C4
Ooh.
attempts there onto the cocktail window, and both players will drop off. DZ really not wanting to hold that for much time at all.
Like, why is Dream taking ground? Since when does
Why is Dream on
ground?
duos?
The attacking util. I'm surprised to see them all drop off so quickly. Obviously, almost taking a leaf out of SSG's.
Bro, it's
but
2
going,
minutes,
"Yep,
bro."
You know, we've done our minute and a half on that top floor. We're now going to break down and
Aiden's funny
dig
looking.
into some stronger angles.
This is where you eat, folks. This is where you eat, bro. Big dogs gotta eat.
Oh, he's fighting
Ooh.
Nitro below. He's good for 1.
Yeah, alright. Raid's gonna be down here.
What's full score? 3-7. How much kills you need?
Oh,
God,
Newers is
Newers
dead.
down.
You Dean! Dream! Yo, Dream's too old, bro. Y'all saw that reaction time?
That scenario.
Fucking old
Viewers
fuck.
down,
He's
but
too
I was gonna
old.
say, I think can be picked back up just given how long he's been DBNL.
Dream is too old for this shit.
Dropped on white stairs. That is a tough position
Oh my
for
God.
SSG right now with shotguns close
Oh
around
wait,
the
that's
corner.
his team, man. Retarded.
Kino does not have his C4, so can't just avoid the fight, but still.
Wait, he's
Difficult
inside.
position. Smoke canisters going.
Wait, Fulton might be guaranteed a nitro kill.
It's not a lot to deny the plan.
Rifle's about to get
Holding off
fucking
every
flanked.
more time. Kino
Oh,
eventually
that's-
He
Oh my
killed
God.
him through the
Great
smoke.
way
The
through the
smoke?
Recurring motif for you
Come on,
guys being
J9O,
since we've been
man,
casting the
please.
NA League.
Wait, Fulton's good for a nitro kill, I think.
You can see the win
Because they're gonna be like,
condition for DARKZERO, though.
they're gonna be like, let him take it.
Even
I have an
though
nitro from
SSG
below.
15 seconds to go.
What? No
Oh
head?
my god.
No head, Raid?
NGR can do the same on the lateral, on the
Man,
horizontal.
this shit's just
Tries to set this
unwinnable.
off. Oh, pre-fire, knocks Giddy low and knocks
Yeah,
into
my
the
teammate's
dirt.
just below, bro.
Yes! Fultz doesn't even need to get active. Gunplay
That's good
inside the
plays.
site gets the job done, and no clear
the
winner
fuck?
once again.
Again, some
This
really
shit is
good
gay,
crossfires
bro.
being held
I mean, they just have no vert on the site, right?
Red
Like,
stairs, players inside of
is the play not to do
windows,
vert?
90 corridor and dining,
Bro, what
working
play?
out an absolute treat here for DARKZERO. Leveled up again here against SSG, and not too much separating them. Both performing pretty much the same as they have, as their opponents have on
Me and
the
Play hate
each
you.
respective side. But it's going to be on SSG to make the difference and be that better team on these attacking rounds. I feel that Raid was maybe a little bit unfortunate on that angle that he was holding a little bit earlier on, but it is just one of those things when you are upside down on the window and you've only got a few pixels to deal with. They're never the easiest of challenges to try and make.
Shar, chat, shar.
I think SSG still have their tactical timeout. That's just sort of flashed across my mind as something that's still in play here, so probably see that used. I mean, I would have maybe liked to have seen it used a little bit earlier, but one of them that they're going to have to pull out at some point to try and steady this ship. Maybe they are just relying on going back downstairs and winning downstairs in Bakery, as that's the side they were successful in, but that's only going to be good enough to guarantee an overtime at this stage.
This is looking like it's going to be a really close one, which, frankly, considering how the first half went, I mean, an SSG upset on Cafe would have been very cool and pretty awesome, but especially given that SSG have shown a lot of potential. I think a close game would be really, really exciting. Now for DARKZERO, who this might be their third really close map, not only in the past 2 days, but in a row, as their last two matches were, or maps were 8-7 losses against Wildcard, and for this one's a victory.
Nice Dream.
And it's looking like this one will raise their heart rate to a comparable level. To the
What did Dream do?
last night.
Dream got it.
So early loss of utility to the
Just
Mozzie
drone
pass, but
straight
for the
into a
util clears
fucking
overall.
Mozzie
Those
thing.
rocket bolts actually being
Just for a
expended very early. Smoke
And
bolts
then he
and
got
I think both
first
fire
aid.
bolts as well. Even smoke canisters going out.
Oh,
Massive exchanges early on. And even quick control in the mid-round.
gonna get the
Sledge
over.
and Striker creeping into
Dream,
Mozzie.
what the fuck, Dream?
Minute into this, his Dream's gone down.
Giddy,
Giddy, I
what
think,
the
is a little bit separate from the rest of the
fuck?
team. Sees the game plan devolving a
My
little bit for
rival's
Space Station
insane.
Gaming. There's a clear ideology for Aiden, Rival, and even Raid. The other two maybe left on the fringes and unable to pick up the pieces. Aiden
Shot.
inside of the site, by the way. Don't
Where's
Kino
Jane?
on the
I know,
white
bro.
stairs. But I don't think this attack ever got
Raid's
off the
just
ground.
dead.
DARKZERO now falling back to the middle floor. with
Kinu
the-
has died every round.
Raid and Aiden both only have one frag grenade apiece. Maybe good if they're really well placed.
Raid had the bomb. Raid couldn't make it in sight.
This is gonna be a tricky one, especially you look at this. Red stairs angle covered. Player likely. on the
Nice,
back, look
Jane,
down,
I know.
catch up,
Shoot
walk
that
through
body.
the Fireplace. DARKZERO uncontested in round 11. Likely moving up 6-5 right after
Bolts,
this.
can you
on their
chalice
back
something,
pick
bro?
as
Like,
well.
fuck, bro.
Recovering from an early loss in the
Shit it
attacking
on him.
side, but Rival still feels that he might have something
a
in
crit.
hand. Nice flick onto Newers. He had a
Yes,
crit.
go over there.
He
Fultz is
snapped
right
the
there.
neck with it, unfortunately.
Yes, Fultz.
Hide
Yes,
Fultz, hide
Go
Fultz.
Fultz.
forward here.
What are you doing? Fultz, why you want to...
Grip
What
on
the
diffuser
fuck?
as well. Looking a lot deeper, but
Hide
you know,
Fultz, Jane, I know,
you
run
look
at him.
this triple crossfire. It's just not happening.
No, I mean, it shouldn't do, should it? We see crazy things
Bro,
happen
what are you
sometimes.
doing, Fultz?
Yep.
With 42
Killer's getting the...
seconds, we've got
Killer's
to
getting the...
Yes,
point.
Jane, I know. Come
No.
on.
Unfortunately, Jane I know is going to be just around the corner, waiting to strike. I mean, as far as opening
That's
halves
what I'm
of
talking
rounds
about.
go, that couldn't have gone much better for DZ. They were able to get a massive advantage, 4 versus 2, and they were basically playing with their food at that point. It was again just about not throwing too many bodies at the problem, not isolating.
What the
time,
fuck am I
just
watching,
playing as
chat?
safe as possible. And that's what
DZ's
they
up
did to
6-5.
guarantee
They're
that
trying
win
to-
there. That put
They're doing
themselves
some
onto match
dumbass
point.
shit, bro.
There's going to be a way
Yeah, they're like
to-
hitting
They're
sight
not-
without
they're
clear.
not pushing as a team.
They're not clearing nothing besides hitting sight, bro. Oh,
Like
it's for the watch.
Raid was pillar,
Jane, I
one
know,
was on
just
top
tucked in.
Turcos. These kids aren't trained. Like it's all
Kino,
solo.
Yarrrr.
14 and 11.
Solo plays,
I know we've
bro.
spoken about how some of those kills have been
They didn't even
impactless,
clear
but if you
Cigar
win
or
the game, I
anything,
mean,
like-
you're the hero, right? It doesn't matter if you got a couple of kills on a few impactless rounds. No one's really going to remember that if you are winning. So, good chance here
Need
for
like a
DARKZERO
3K
to put a stop to map number 1.
Nigga, no, I don't, retard.
Start thinking about
Kino has
the
11
entire
deaths.
series, of which, by the way,
I'm for 14.5, right?
and Lair.
Yes.
What was Kino's over?
Bro, what? He could...
Lair, of course,
He could drop 10 kills on the map.
Today, so
10
maybe a few
seconds
demons over there if we
I
do
say
end up getting
Kino
the
was my
whole
gut
way
feeling,
to
by the way.
map 3.
5 seconds
But
left.
still, SSG have
Jay, what was Fultz, 15?
opportunity to bring it back right here and now,
Yeah.
take us to an overtime. But they will have to do something that they've not done before, and that's win on this top floor.
Jynxzi live, I seen.
The side they've been successful in taking so far has been that basement level.
Chat, I'm about to pop his in, bro. Like I haven't done no nicotine today. I'm itching. Nah, I'm chilling. I'm not itching. I'm just bored. Like, can Raid lock in?
It'd be a shame to lose it here on regulation with how well that first.
Come on, Raid. Show 'em why you're blade.
One attack we saw still came down close, but still consistently putting together the pieces. It'd be a tricky one right now as you look at this castle and a room setup on the top floor. That is the downside of going with the Mira and the Azami band. Not that the Mira and Azami bands are bad.
But Aiden over.
But you know,
Damn,
you will
Aiden's over
sometimes
with
see teams
17.
ban that castle, ban that Aruna, or even ban the Azami for similar reasons. You don't want people to be able to extend either into Christmas or into Cigar. As you're seeing one player doing
I
right
should have
now.
leaked it under.
Dedicate to the Mira Azami, you take
Yeah,
down
that's
one
so
avenue,
true.
but now with this other setup, you get the shot.
Aiden's under?
SMG 11, Kino 14
Yeah.
11 playing this very
I mean, he's been playing really good recently.
Also requires some util clear. As you can see, I think one actually. One
Got
left
it. Got the
is
castle.
stopped.
Why is no one under the balcony?
Magnet, I'm not quite sure, but almost all the Zophia's utility.
Like, why is nobody holding the runaway?
And that castle barricade.
It forces things like the Zephyr, doesn't it, when you bring that much soak.
The Aiden text,
You've
yeah.
got the castle barricades to deal with, you've got the laser gates to try and disable. It also gives you a couple of DMRs. I mean, Newers is playing the 2-brow, and yeah, we might see the Zotos, but it's all going to be about that DMR, really.
Oh God, he's
SSG obviously feeling the pressure here. They are taking
What
quite
the-
a good
that
portion
was
of time
troll.
to take control, but Jane, I know, with some strange priority there. I think he might have thought he could get them both. And now maybe just thinking, maybe I tuck in and hope that nobody knows that I'm there. Fultz trying to transition past these track stingers. It's going to take
Raid!
What was that?
DARKZERO. Is it just
I think they
Thank God we had a C, bro.
OT.
Get this last kill, Raid. Get this last kill. Oh, Raid's dead.
SSG, too wide of a lead for the rest of the team to overcome, except of Kino.
All they gotta do is track
Something
him.
to say about it.
They have a cam on him.
OT, but clear information on one player as the others drop
Oh my
down the
gosh,
red
better.
hatch. Ooh, Dream down in the process, but everyone around the corner ready to trade.
OT,
First map of the night,
OT.
it'll be our first
J9
overtime
is
as
damn near
well.
over.
Though it being DARKZERO's
That's a
third.
Irby,
Shut the fuck up, Irby. Shut the fuck up.
To wonder when their
This
luck
is
might run out.
depressing.
Good shit. Giddy.
Stop it live. What is Stop it doing? Play rank?
a lot of siege for DARKZERO to be playing, isn't it?
Chad, why Stop it not watch party with us? NAL watch party?
You know, for a team that played
Yeah, Chad, he doesn't
4
fuck with
games
us.
inside of stage
Whatever, bro.
and
Hey, Lou, he doesn't fuck with us no more, gang.
Whatever, bro,
for everyone
like,
else
what?
to catch
He's probably with like Alamo, Benja.
now get put through the
all the cool
gauntlet that
people.
Like, we're his day ones.
24 hours.
It's fine,
It's
bro.
fun.
Switch up, bro.
Serious amount of games to
He switched
play,
up, that's all good.
serious amount of rounds. And there's an argument to say that either they're not making it easy for themselves or they're coming up against blooming good opponents. But SSG have clutched the OT here. They're going to give themselves a little bite at the cherry.
J9 didn't even get that kill, bro.
That positioning from Dream was perfect. And again, you feel sorry for
That-
Kino here. He's just not really got anywhere.
I mean,
to
all
go.
of ours are looking over
One
besides
kill.
Jay.
As soon as you've been shot from long
Yeah, I
bar,
think
the
it's just
call
bad
is,
luck,
he's on long
man.
bar,
Yeah, Jay.
you got 2 people
I ain't
inside a
gonna
shot.
lie,
It's a
Jay.
very
Jay, I think-
Hard.
swing.
Jay, you
Bro,
could have
say
picked.
the words, bro.
Jay, you picked the 1 out of 10 players that has the least amount of kills.
Plenty of ammo in the tank.
Wow.
Bro, I just like Fultz. Fultz is my favorite player in Pro League.
You're talented, Jay. You did it last week too. Your player went 0-10.
Wait, so Ryan can shit talk you, but I can't? I fuck you, Jay.
I got a full.
I think whoever
full
Jay
SSG
picks
jersey.
just literally does horrible. Pasha went 0-10 last week.
Especially if you feel bad when, like you said, attacks was
No raid.
but SSG started off this series really threatening 5-1 half at the beginning. It was a.
Chad, I need a
it was one
pedicure.
too. DZ deserved that, but just given the pace and
I
the
got you.
momentum, it looked like SSG might start breaking away and running away with it.
Where the fuck is that drone going?
Able to mount quite a convincing recovery
part of the
on
plan.
their defensive side, and now they get the benefit for it. You can't help but feel a little bitter for the SSG.
Do people stream snipe during these?
Not catching a break as this game has only creeped.
Bro, the delay is
I know it's like a 5-minute delay, but you can see what how they held it.
Attacks, but the latter ones getting a bit more decisive. Finally able to, of course, bring this to OT in round 12, but overall, a lot of times 2v2s, 1v1s. Middle section where
Oh my
DARKZERO
God, they're
had a
already on
greater
the other
advantage,
match.
but overall,
Nah, okay, so or
giving it
big
a
game.
50-50 match if I've ever
Like
seen one, even
scrims,
though
but-
both sides have been 4-2 for the defense.
Please, please.
Reading the fireplace and mining defense
I will
right
suck
now.
at that.
Just again, some early util
Only for 9 months,
Pretty clear
Dirtface?
At this point, Ollie, that for both attacking
What a
teams,
pussy.
they have success when they take things a bit slow.
You were
and
suck
take a
at
bit more
dick,
measured
what?
approach.
Yo, A-Star, what's good with you, bro?
The measured approach has worked out.
Hey, Star, hit the gym, bro.
So far tonight, I mean, like you say, there's only 4 attacking rounds been won so far on Cafe, and a lot of the time it has been down to just
We're gonna
you know,
keep
a bit more
doing these.
traditional siege, work your angles,
Just gonna keep
take your
these.
advantages,
No lie,
and go from there. The flashy, quick plays, they've not always really panned out, and that's been for both sides.
That's passion. Like, imagine doing that shit in rank.
Some of the electrification here and just clear the way for Rival to start opening up.
He's fucking in there.
Shot rival.
Nice rifle.
Oh no.
Swing there.
Hey, do you see that lineup though? I'm not gonna lie. That's.
Nice raid.
Come on, Raid. What the fuck, Giddy?
So you just looked under
I
the
gotta say,
vert
the
and then
trades this series for both teams have been some
What?
Bro.
Aiden.
Aiden's ass.
You cannot lose a 1v1 demo track.
Next map, I believe.
If Dream clutches this, I'll suck a dig.
Traded
On
out
God?
and mitigated by the defense.
Jay, are you fucking gay?
On one player, but they have no opportunity to deal with it right now.
They have a ping on this
They have a
kid.
ping on the
Yeah.
full.
In the corner, in reading. Can
Oh,
he land
he
a
just-
free fire
Oh
from the
my
wall?
god.
Oh,
Aim lower, fucker.
second. Bad
Over,
luck gets
on
even
Come on, Fultz, over.
worse
Come on,
for
Fultz.
the leader on
Fultz is
SSG,
terrible.
puts a 1
That's not
HP through his
Fultz.
team's own vertical angle.
Nice.
DARKZERO bounced
No,
back
Fluff.
from their
6-7.
loss to put them into
Yeah,
overtime.
Aiden had a guy Damos track and still
Point
lost
in.
the one. Aiden woke up on the wrong side of the bed today.
From DARKZERO to close out
Thanks, bro. You
Cafe.
didn't get a good breakfast.
He busted out ate a lot of food today.
He
Really
sleeps on a
good defensive
trampoline.
hold as well. I think that DZ have read it perfectly because they knew
sorry.
exactly how SSG were going to try and take that. There was going to be an attempt to Hibana open in toward bathroom, in toward freezer, and work something that way. And you could see as soon as Raid hopped in, bang, into J90, but the response was there. It's a very small hole, very delicate.
See my friend's list.
Techy, you could say, but it worked. And JR was able to thread the C4 straight up through.
Why would you even say that?
Play that
Don't
vert.
look at that.
And as you say, the boogie drones just exasperated.
Yeah, Irby, what do you expect, bro?
Worse.
Did you finally put the vape down? I mean, I don't have one right now, so I can't even vape if I wanted to.
Challenge on. I don't remember the last time we saw this though, Lynx. An tactical timeout being used inside of the OT. Usually they get used before we get to this point.
And to your point earlier about just like it crossing your mind, I honestly have just continuously forgot that SSG still had their tactical timeout, even after you reminded me.
I remembered and then forgot.
Let's go, Fleazy.
Like 6-5 when they were down, I was just like, oh yeah, sure, okay, whatever, we're playing the round. Then they won, clearly didn't need it. I don't know if I have I ever casted a game that had an overtime tactical timeout? I actually don't know if I have, and if I have, I certainly.
Who is SSG's coach, Lou?
No, this is highly unusual, and
I think
part of the reason it's highly unusual is you just don't know, right?
Sure.
Like if you're down 6-5, you don't know if you're going to win that round 12, and if you don't use the timeout and you lose,
I don't think it's like a known
well,
coach.
Great, glad I saved it for some reason, but obviously it works out in that case, and honestly,
I think what they did is smart. They didn't want to call the timeout because they didn't want DZ to talk to each other.
You need to win these next two rounds, and you know for an absolute certainty that if you even drop one, you're going down. I mean, this is quite literally the last point at which you can or should use it. So good to see from SSG, but yeah, very unusual situation.
10 seconds to go.
I'm not complaining. Clearly, they haven't needed it before this point.
Well, I mean, the good news as well is they're on the defense, and DZ showed that they themselves were only good for 2 attacking wins out of 6, so the odds are very much in your favor. The thing that concerns me is, at least from an SSG point of view, is the lineup that DZ are bringing is a lot more reminiscent of the lineup that they did very well with in round number 6, where it's all about taking space, it's all about taking control and working that utility. They brought the Capital this time. That wasn't something that was a staple feature in their lineups when they were running the Blackbeard and things weren't really going their way. They've also got the Ram, so there is going to be an intention to take control and to start to try and work with it. Some great info being found out on the drone here as well, Fultz. Just having a glance around at his teammates' monitors. Enables the kill onto J90. I mean, that is the best.
I just knew Ray was going to get first pick.
Yeah, I just know Ray does dumb shit. Like, it's either going to get him the first pick. It's either going to get Ray the first pick or he's getting first pick.
I mean, frankly, I think a better POV and better representation of how those early round picks happened than the actual POV of the kill, and I mean that genuinely. Get the whole picture for how DARKZERO get this 5v4. Something of their attacking side, they did not have quite a bit. They only got one opening pick that first half, and now this go around, it seems like their third attacking win of the series might just be the one that does it. 5v2, a picture-perfect early game, forcing Aiden back. Clear line of sight on red stairs, but the Goyo just has to retreat. Not much you can do. Giddy trying to bet this all on alert, and it'll have to be the house. Needs to win everything here. 1v5, and probably the worst thing.
Holy flood, yeah, they got flooded.
5 seconds, and DARKZERO are.
That's GG's to map 1, chat. GG's to map 1, bro.
It's fine. Clubhouse map 2, their map, they could do way better this map. They played really good.
Much time to work as well. I think Nuez has an inkling with the way that he's looking, but the Fultz drone is all but going to
Lair map 3. That's what DZ fucked them on the first time.
Into the line of the vert, a flawless round for DZ to close.
Whatever, bro. I mean, hey, y'all should win. Y'all live in a house together.
DARKZERO themselves know that from their experience last night against Wildcard. So
wait, what did that shit say?
He is mindful of that, waiting to put in a big old performance here on Clubhouse.
Bitch boy with the pride, thank you, bitch boy.
And a map that both of these two teams, well, you could say that it
was
is
towards
a
me,
high
right?
preference for them. For the side of SSG, the
yeah, some goddamn parts
a
of.
bit skewed and a bit muddied by the fact
16
that
months.
some of these players used to be on this roster, so you can
come on, here we
out
out.
the old SSG data.
My sub isn't even over yet, so you're gonna have to read that shit again in 3 days.
Those 4 players, and
my teammate just bumped me.
It is
I'm not reading it again, Pirate. Fuck you.
Against them and very often play.
You get once a month. You get once a month.
Borderline coming in for both of these teams.
So when I send it again in 3 days.
Very exciting map too. And who knows? Maybe DARKZERO are going to go 4 for 4 on overtime.
Oh, stop it, red up pole.
Hey, They're
Stay
they
with
at least
Vet or
won
go to
this
Mingo.
overtime on Cafe, so we're trending in the right direction.
Why you not put?
Moving to a better place.
Why not put MingoJce and
all
Lou?
of our hearts. Watching whether we're DZ fans or not.
104
Clubhouse though
people
is
said
their
stay with
opponent's
Vet.
pick, and as you said,
44
still quite
But
strong
Dunker's
for
head,
them.
boy, and I'ma dunk on you, boy.
Very
Come
much
on.
SSG can feel comfortable and bounce back because we saw what a comfortable SSG looks like.
All right, Chad, what's Raid on? Raid's on Deimos. I like this.
They were really quite impressive. Even though they dropped one in the first 5.
Mike with the fucking 5. Appreciate you, Mike. Appreciate you, Mike, baby.
End and final round of the first half.
First time I've ever seen Lou. Holy fuck, he ugly.
Here, what was the greater struggle for both teams on Cafe.
Chad, chill, bro. Lou get
Double hard
bitches.
reach denial bans for SSG.
Appreciate you, Mike.
Really not for SSG, just for the attacking side on Clubhouse. These are pretty.
Chad, I want to vape,
across
bro.
the board. But Capitao and Grim.
What am I saying?
From DZ. This will bring a Ying pick out in the first round, but of course with a warden on the defense. It's always what you have to do when you are basically pushing the attack towards picking a Ying.
And oh, what a big shame. You have to play the MPX and play a C4.
Oh, crap. Dang it.
What's NJR going to do with it? I suppose he'll play the Warden then. What a big shame. Warden, of course, very decent operator and something that I'm sure NJR isn't going to be wondering about having to play here and now. For me, it's the B ban. I think that the Grim is such an important piece of the puzzle when it comes to any map, really, but particularly when you're trying to execute onto this side. Dirt's not being entirely soft is quite the choice here. That's going to give Dream a nice avenue to put some very early pressure in onto Dirt Tunnel. And throw his nade through, destroy the Goyo Vulcan pack. He knows that there's another one there as well. This is a lot of value being found inside of the first 50 seconds. And the nade goes in, and likely move his drone and keep that alive.
Look at that goal.
Just play his drone inside the blue. They don't, inside the dirt. They don't even really need to push this too much, although Raid is backing up behind him. So there is a chance that they're going to try and dip the head round and see what they can find.
I honestly just think this is really good investment early on. Even if they back up for a minute and let somebody retake the position, just creating this gap and making DARKZERO dedicate a bit more active attention to it, I just think is a really good call to do within the first minute. Of course, it's not the only bit of the DARKZERO defense, though. Folds all the way up on
Come on, Ray!
Decision he'll sometimes play with mute, just sit on a mute chamber inside construction. Not the case right now. A vertical angle peeking down from Logi into the floor.
Why the fuck? Oh, he's gonna floor sprint the guy in the mirror.
Pistol in hand, trying to do a solid snake impression as the Candela
nice rival
on through. Might be blinded in the process, but gets
what
the
the fuck, Dream?
he needs before his vision is lost. Quick trade by DARKZERO, some of the desk highlighted. Really good on these defenses on Cafe and now as well, minimizing these advantages, but SSG gain it again.
Where's Raid at?
The corner is Jane, I know, but no diffuser control for the attack as they continue to decimate the defensive setup inside of Arsenal. Jane, I know, stuck in this corner. So with a slimmer lead than SSG might hope. Candelas might be what do it though. As they go forth, Jane, I know, forced to swing out front. Can't find any
shot, rival.
Lengthy pre-fire. Rival, another with the
shot,
pistol.
rival.
I don't know why Rival is making it harder for himself, but clearly there must be some greater challenge in the next one. Because a 3K, most of which with the pistol, is a crazy start to Clubhouse.
I don't think I've ever seen a round one on that bomb site with kitchen hatch closed by the attackers. Kitchen hatch wasn't even open. DZ had played a brilliant game, and one that's fairly common. Extend into the map, take control upstairs inside a Logi, little bit of a hole in the floor, and you can see through the floor.
Ray needs to grow a beard.
Logi, directly down into kitchen, and you can shoot whatever it is. X-Kairos pellets, you name it.
How was Ray, like 19?
Brilliant, great. SSG just... Oh, no. We'll just ignore all that then. They got some really early pressure in down Dirt Tunnel, and then Dream just orchestrated everything to work around it. Immediately, we've got players making their way down blue. We've got players getting in toward mannequins. We've got pressure coming in at the same time. We didn't see anything main stairs. We didn't see anything moto. We didn't see anything kitchen. They just knew exactly what it was they wanted to take. And guess what? Fultz, he was upstairs inside a Logi. He has to rotate either down blue or down main stairs because kitchen hatch is still closed. Refer back to point number one. A brilliant call there from SSG just to recognize, look,
he's not ugly, bro. What are you saying?
Hole here and we can move.
He just needs to lose a little bit of weight.
And it makes for a really exciting start to Clubhouse. Not only getting us back in after the break, but also getting us back on SSG's side. Really close overtime loss, but a loss nonetheless. People can sometimes lose faith, break away. Not right now. SSG with an extremely confident call in the first round, and boy, was it a joy to watch. Gym bedroom defense now next up for DARKZERO. course, we have the contractually obligated
Ray
extension.
needs 6 kills to go over, bro. Come on, Ray.
A bit of an optional addition of a little bit of a red hold, it seems. Though not a very ardent one, as there's no deployable shield. Janano loses a lot of HP, I guess, from a duel outside one of the highway windows. Not entirely sure where that happened. Volt's also losing a lot of health. So Deimos has gone down below.
How did Ray not kill one player
With
there?
the vendetta from beneath. It's actually forced both defenders into construction within the first minute. That is some excellent value from SSG and that Deimos specifically. They have cleared out this extension in 1 minute and 10 seconds. That's got to be a land speed record.
So how did Ray not get one there?
Critical on it, you'd say that you wanted to try and catch one of them as they rotated off. You've got Jynxzi outside the con window. You've got people in the position to peek through radio. You've got Dream at the top of red stairs. There was maybe potential there to pick up a kill and to not let DARKZERO get back with full 5 players alive. Yes,
there's 3 of them low, bro. Come on.
It's cost them quite a bit. And now they've got to try and work through this next stage of the plan, knowing that there are
Jay, Fultz needs 10.
an extra man here to play a little bit loose, whether they want to play downstairs. On the outline, you can see that there is going to be somebody down there at the moment.
Fultz needs 10, what?
If that does turn into a rotate up those red stairs.
Yeah, gotta worry for the flank, of course. Also the possibility of one of the 2 C4s from...
Why are they not DMRing these fucking
trying to catch
zombies
the
down?
window, but we'll lose the Kiva barrier and likely a lot of the elements...
Shot, Giddy.
Trying to play for more, but Giddy finds that one out. SSG...
What?
Aware of all these tricks that they might find. Dream attempting the diffuser, but I think falls off very
Nice.
quickly. Lethal on these windows. A third? No, not if Ray has anything to say about it. He wants it on
Come
the
on,
outside.
Ray. Get this last one, Ray. Get this last one, Ray.
He's in the action on Club.
I know where he is. Run at him.
Deathmark Tracker in the 1v3. Probably just the most heartbreaking way to end it for NJR. OHP doesn't add anything to his column.
Nice!
Setting up a cutoff and a crossfire to close out round 2. They've come to play.
They're taking no chances. SSG looking lightning on the attack here. This is what I want to see out of professional teams inside of Rainbow Six. I want to see them attacking and looking like a well-oiled machine, and that's just what they look like right now. I know that I was a little bit critical and I said I would have maybe liked for them to get a couple of kills, but they never took that foot off the gas, and DZ just couldn't find places to sit. It was like they were, I don't know, just desperately trying to get a kill back and work on the windows and just work for anything that they can, because they knew that the pressure was just going to overwhelm them eventually. And the fact that they'd had to retreat so quickly and weren't able to take a kill, weren't then not able to hold ground inside of sight because of all the pressure that's going on, makes sense for a timeout to be called, and a timeout to be called early. We've only seen 2 rounds here, Lynx.
And you can understand for DZ, not only because, I mean, I don't even know if I want to say DZ have looked asleep or cold. I just think, like, I think SSG...
Say what the Franz League say. 10 on, baby.
So warm and so on it that I feel like you just got to take a tactical timeout to break the momentum.
What, Caleb?
Just for SSG. Not saying that's why they did it, but, I mean, when you got basement, I've not quite seen a basement round play
non-chop.
like that, with just trying to break through the mirror window in blue with no Grim, by the way. One of the standard tools for doing it. Just one Candela in and rival with a
Jay, Fultz is looking pretty good, Jay.
The extra movement speed, that's how much we're optimizing
Yeah,
this
you better
attack,
hope he
it
kills
feels
4
like.
people with
And
the
then on
storm
Gym
mines.
Bedroom, clearing out construction, or clearing out...
Fultz is looking pretty good.
In construction within 1:30, there's literally no point to even move.
I'm on blitz the party, I'm on
You could
blitz.
have taken an
With the
extra
10
20
months.
seconds, and that would still be pretty fast, all things considered. DARKZERO, I think, is in a position where the game is already starting to slip through their fingers, and in a much different way than it did on the first few rounds of Cafe, in which SSG on the defense were getting the opening pick, keeping them at bay. On the attack here, this crazy out the gate, you just got to pump the brakes. You got to stop the pace and keep them back.
Gazzy, what are you saying,
He's
Gazzy?
opting for a little bit of different lineup here as well. They're going to be playing that castle. Maybe not trying to extend so heavily across the rest of the map, and maybe just looking to fortify what they've got. They've got the basement. It is an inherently defender-sided site. An opening pick can go a heck of a long way. Newers has a little bit of a labyrinth set up here inside of Bar. Hatch will be open above him though at the moment, so he does need to be cautious of that, but a couple of castle barricades will be there to keep him safe. Aiden has the lion's share of the hard breaching to do, although there are a couple of secondaries on Gitty. There is always the option for that to be utilized if necessary. But Logic Bomb phone call, seeing if he can catch out on any strikes.
Oh my god, Jay.
This time it's going to be Rival first to
A
fall.
Raid's inside.
Oh my god, Raid has the
Rival
play.
first to fall, but Raid, no way. Unless somebody's
He's gonna die
being
to a
real
thorn
perceptive,
trap.
do they hear him creep through that barbed wire? was gonna say maybe just creeps up to it. He plays the close angle. Raid's
I
in
mean, no
that
one's,
state where
like,
he's
holding
seeing, is
it,
this
bro.
really a gap? Is there nobody here? Calm to Aiden as well.
He's gonna
Aiden's
call
saying,
him
oh,
and
there's
walk.
nobody in sight. See some people upstairs, see somebody on AK. And now run into blue. Oh, surely he catches this. Does Kino check? Does he wait? No way. You can see
Oh my God,
he's
take
scared
sight,
about
take
it.
sight.
Aiden swinging
Yes,
down,
full
I think
sight.
through dirt finds the big kill. Forces the retreat from DARKZERO, but everybody from SSG now flooding into the site. DARKZERO can't quite gain a hold, stuck inside a
Don't
motor.
die like that.
Excellent
It's a
line
bad
by
dive.
Giddy. Can't
No,
get the kills,
Aiden.
but they've got the push into the site, they've got the control, and that's what matters.
The
Move
fuck
to
are they
close, Giddy
doing?
still
Yo!
Candelas in raid. Trying to
Nice,
activate the
Jane, I know.
Dokubi call, but the
No
upstairs
way you got
roamer's
shit
still
on him,
present. Stop that powerful utility from
Bro,
being
how is Fultz
activated.
killing
Giddy
everybody?
as well, and a shield in a 3v3 is workable, but a shield in a 1v3, Dream's got to find a hell of a way out of this
Yes.
one. And
Yo,
with
come
everyone
on, like, you just had to
surrounding,
plant the bomb and get out.
They were
It's
fine,
just not
bro.
gonna happen. A nail biter, an unexpected one at that, but DARKZERO. with
Aiden
no
pushed
problem
up
in the
too far.
counter.
SSG's problem there was that they opened the kitchen hatch. If they'd have left that closed, they'd have been fine. They'd have been able to stay alive inside of the site because they wouldn't have been
cats are
able to
fucking
roll it around. Obviously,
The whole reason they
joking
got inside
aside,
is 'cause of
it was a
that.
great attempt there from SSG.
True.
They were able to work their advantage once again and play that focus of getting the kit down. But from DZ,
Oh my God,
more
can they stop
relaxed,
selling
less
chattel?
of an overreaction. Okay, they're planting, no worries. We can work this. That's a player down at the moment. We don't have to worry about where are the rest. The right, get some kills, start to push. Okay, shield, we can 3 versus 1 them. Not really too much of a big problem there for DZ to try and convert that round. But SSG still looking to move with that same level of tenacity. And you've got to credit them for it because they're playing a very exciting brand of Siege right now. And that's only the first time on Clubhouse here that we haven't really seen it pay off for them.
No, and even when we say it hasn't paid off for him, it hasn't paid off in a round win.
Shut
Forced a lot of reactions out of DZ. You can tell it is working.
Why didn't
to
they plant
some
church
extent,
at all?
just
'Cause their whole team was
obviously
church.
To much less extent than before. DARKZERO able to, as you said, play a bit calmer.
Tech
take some measured
pause.
reactions. Also, just some smaller moments. Like for example, you have Giddy holding the blue angle into Moto. If that's maybe Raid with the DMR, maybe he goes down there. Just that extra bit of damage. It's not a critique of SSG at all. It's just kind of one of those small things that as Raid decides to move in, take the advantage, Giddy takes the back line. Better Weapon might have ended up taking down the player in Moto. Not necessarily a whole different round at that point. But it's again, that was a round where SSG had really great play, DARKZERO really great response, and even little things, maybe just tipping it towards DARKZERO's way and compounding upon a really nice and really excellent reaction from the defense. And not tied yet, but we have a ball game at least. Not sure what this tech pause is about. We got a lot of people staring at J90 right now. Apparently a microphone, well, great timing. Not only was I told it's a microphone issue, but right as J90's headset was taken off, so perfect time.
I think it's a microphone issue.
Hey, I think it's a microphone issue.
Oh,
not Kino.
Kino's the tech support.
I was thinking, not Kino with the tech support.
I was thinking, oh, it's great. They've got on-hand tech support. This is brilliant. No, it's just Kino.
Can they hurry the fuck up?
Try that.
What did he do there?
I genuinely think he just turned it on and off.
Nah, Kino got Aura.
It literally just looked like he just flipped the earmuffs around and then just gave it back to it. There's also
Kino's just main character though, isn't he? He's like most kills in map 1, tech support for map 2.
You know,
just the glue.
Honestly, like I will say, like I feel like Kino is like underrated main character of like modern Rainbow Six, and not because like he's destined to win every tournament. Like that was kind of like, you know, people talk about like Bolo as the main character of Rainbow Six, and that was part of it, right? I felt like he was destined for a world championship. But I just feel like because of all the different rosters Kino has been on, but still on a lot of different rosters for long periods of time, I feel like Kino is like that kind of protagonist where he's like the gateway for the audience, right? Like we experience the story through him. He's our everyman character we can relate to. He's sympathetic. He's likable. He's fun. I think like underrated kind of protagonist of Rainbow Six is Kino.
How good are they at tech support though?
Well, that's the thing, right? Is like, you know,
I need J90's comms. Like J90 needs to be common. He needs a microphone.
Well, exactly. Like that's the thing, right? Like the tech support's obviously like important, and we get to like see the team go through all this stuff. But at the same time, like you want J90 talking. I'm getting nervous. Like now I'm worried because if J90 of all people, like no disrespect, if Newers has mic issues, like, he calms, right? But Newer's, he's going to get aggressive. He's going to find his own opportunities, right? And sometimes, like, if he goes down, it's always sucks losing somebody calm. But, like, J9O, the clutch master? I guess actually, to that point, if he's the clutch master, maybe he doesn't need the comms, because if he's clutching the 1vx's, then who does he need to talk to?
Hopefully we've got everything resolved here. I think it was just a microphone issue, but we should be getting everyone back in very shortly. I think Newer's maybe took that time for a little bit of a comfort break as well, but he's back in business. We're going to join exactly where we left off at the start of round number 4, a Ying and a Mirror ban. Mirror, of course, such a staple on every map. It's unusual to...
I need Ray to get 6 kills, bro.
At all, but it was for the first 3 rounds here. However, no longer. Ying also taken away.
Yo, I need a new mic. Holy shit, look at this shit.
He's going to be the next stomping ground here with that Azami. He still
Hey, Jack, can you just replace like the earphone thing?
In on that catwalk, so the CCTV room and the cache is firmly on the menu here. The only thing
What headphones you got? A40s?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can replace the
utility that is going to
fluffy
get sent through.
thingies.
Not got the Wamai, not got the Jaeger. So if SSG play the cards right here, or if they choose to do so,
SSG should be up 3-0,
off
I'm
that
not gonna lie.
catwalk is
Duh.
gonna be
They fucking sold that shit, gang.
Okay.
That's something I think will be a big concern. You
What's
can
your
also see some of
problem?
the reactions initially. Thermite dropped pretty quick to go with the glass, and the Blitz getting involved.
Bro, I don't have a big
Curious how this
forehead.
attack might end up looking. Not really a lineup that I feel like, you know, I see every day for CCTV. Certainly doesn't appear they're going for the standard utility clear, especially because I think about the smokes for Aiden, and I was going to say likely for Dream as well. So only 2 flashes or only 1 set of flashes and 1 set of nades. Could, obviously, you know, you can get away with that because there's no Jaeger.
Come on, Aiden. Oh, they got Aiden on glass.
And there's
GG.
greater because
GG.
utility destroy,
This round's over.
Drone hunting down those Vulcan packs. Any BPs or
Aiden's the
Epinox.
best glass in the
That's
game.
all well and good.
Nah, Aiden's about to
Definitely
drop
intrigued
20
what
this map. I'm
SSG
not
are
gonna
going
lie.
to do here because I honestly don't quite know where this attack might end up. They are not telegraphing a lot
How's the
to
best
us,
going?
at least to me. At least.
I need J9O to get
it's a little bit of a
7.
mixed bag, isn't it?
Jay
They bought the
needs
shield
Folds
as
to
well,
get
so
10,
I don't know how
and
good
then
shields are when they're walking
Mingo needs
upstairs.
Ray to
So
get 6.
you can pretty much be rest assured that isn't going to be walking up catch stairs.
Folds got 2.
He's going to be through that construction side.
Folds got 2, Jay.
Really sort of confuses me a little bit because you think of
Nah, it's
Glass as
actually
like,
possible,
more long
I'm not
angle,
gonna
but
lie.
more big and take some space. Maybe he's going to get himself around to platform.
I mean, if it goes OT, yeah, definitely.
And try and work something through that.
Doesn't necessarily have to go OT, but
We'll have the benefit of being able to see through their own smokes. Raid just primed and ready at the moment. We haven't started to drone this top floor just yet, so potentially primed for a cutoff downstairs. They're going to be worried about a little bit of utility that is inside of Lodge.
They're gonna just fire
Utility
Aiden.
with the player, however, not. That's going to be an aggressive Shimika play, but it's going to be matched with an equally aggressive Dream barreling in on the Blitz, immediately taken care of by NJ.
Nice raid.
God.
Rival got 2.
For SSG, 3 for both
No.
Rival and Raid as they storm through that top floor, moving up those main stairs at the same time as they're looking
Nice,
to them out.
Giddy.
Oh, and Newer's
Come on,
unfortunately
J9O.
traded out by Giddy, so now J9O will have to clutch a 1vx. I was a bit nervous about the smoke play. You have the Blitz dropping too. That's probably the easiest free fire of NJR's life, but they just overwhelmed the opposition. Throw bodies at the problem and come out with now a 3v1 advantage after everything. J9O with a
At
lot
least
of
get 1,
Kivas.
bro.
To work these angles, though, can block off some doorways and even save, too, to either block off the CT window, which is still closed, by the way, though now newly open. It's a bit of a weird position.
Aiden's
Because
cam's
SSG
in
have
bedroom.
literally
He's about to
no
go into
secondary
con.
utility aside from that Claymore. So the glass can't look through the smoke, and they can't flash anything.
I mean,
J9O, in terms of utility, is in the better position. It is really DARKZERO on the
Drop
or
breach.
SSG on the man count that have the advantage. Keep on the window. Great pre-fire on Giddy.
Nice. Okay,
lot of
that's
HP lost
fine.
to that
That's
DMR,
good.
and that's just good enough for the trade. Aiden
Why is that so
down,
scary, though?
SSG just continue their march through this attacking side. Only 1 round for DZ, but
Chat, why is that
they've
so
already
scary?
guaranteed an even half.
You're on a 50-50 gunfight there for J9O, aren't you? You pick up the first kill, and do you pre-fire where you saw him last on the door frame, or do you anticipate that Aiden was actually going to push in off the back of it and try and take some space quickly? And, you know, it's a coin toss, isn't it? You roll the dice.
It is,
and
bro. It's a
unfortunately,
coin
you
toss,
come
bro.
up short a couple of times, and that was just one of those occasions there for J9O. Again, we've seen some strange rounds so far from SSG in how they want to attack, and it's the strange rounds that are working out for them. It's like it's so unorthodox that DZ are maybe struggling for a response with it. I think back to the first round, and then I think back to the last round, round 4, where we just saw a Logi drop, a player at the bottom of those main stairs, and it was a big 3-2-1, and that's what a lot of SSG's attacks are all about, really. When you boil it down and look at it, everything is coming down to a big 3-2-1 that's often, you know, initiated by whether it's Dream, usually Dream, getting into some sort of a position and then being able to call off the back of it and go, right, okay, this is what we're going to do. Right, everyone ready? 3-2-1, bam, we're going to go. The good thing is that they all commit at the right time and they're all ready and waiting in those positions when that call's made.
Ray's got that Naruto here.
Continues to be the impressive thing about SSG's attacking side, which honestly, you know, when you consider the aggregate of a lot of their performances inside of the NA League so far, it's in a way a bit more surprising that we didn't see it on Cafe rather than seeing it here. I mean, obviously, you know, they've had some struggles. You know, the 1 of 30 game didn't involve a lot of attacking victories. The C9 game, that didn't either, but they just didn't play attack as much as some of their other ones. Do a lot of the best of ones, at least the ones Ollie and I watched. Their attacks are remarkably well coordinated with those 3-2-1s that you were just mentioning. And it's been an excellent feature of the Clubhouse gameplay here.
Wait, how much does Dream have map 1?
Like 10? I don't remember.
Entirely different site. Going from CCTV to gym and bedroom. No shield to speak of for the SSG side. Instead, maybe going a bit more flexible, bringing the snake into the lineup. Keep in mind, they cleared the CCTV cache extension basically about this point on their first play on
Someone said Dream still
gym
gonna find a way to go in.
Will not happen again, mainly because they lack the shield, don't have the ability to gain that quick control. But this is going to be an inherently much slower round than what we saw prior.
It kind of calls for it though, doesn't it? SSG can't.
Yeah, but it's probably like there's a finner on the door.
Pressed firmly on that gas
pedal.
There's a finner on the door walking. The breach walking.
Mix up the pace. Otherwise, DZ are going to get wise to it. And rounds like these,
I would tell Ray to go to the CC window.
Like, what are we to expect? They haven't moved very quickly. Do we continue to hold this space, or do we try and consolidate and back up and get ourselves onto the side? At the moment, has been to hold the space.
You literally knew he activated the finner too.
Catching Jynxzi out perfectly. Unusual to see that utility not dealt with, and he's going to go on a tear off the back of it. 2 kills do come in response though. Aiden and Dream both grab one for themselves. J90 and Full.
You literally knew he activated the finner. Nice, Aiden.
With Aiden picking up a third. It's looking
nice, Aiden.
Very dangerous indeed as Aiden's found his way into the site. 3K to be found. NGR lining up a couple.
Oh!
Three players in the long angle. Ace downed in the process. NGR actually taking remarkably little damage from that engagement. Dream might be able to get this diffuser down in the process, but on the fall off, NGR could find him. Flashbang goes out, but he dodges it. One of the most patient players in this lobby. And
I was holding the cross from bathroom.
Has about 28 seconds to play with, looking for the pre-fire, looking for the angle on Jynxzi, but can't find anything. He knows Dream is in there. He knows it. As much as he knows the sun's going to come up tomorrow, but no, has to check so many angles. SSG's reign of terror continues. Guaranteed the winning half.
Yes!
NJR knew where both those players were and just couldn't do anything about it. The discipline, again, on this SSG roster, playing to that win condition of getting that diffuser down. I think once he gets the first kill,
come on, Ray. I'm grabbing a Sprite.
BRB. Try and disrupt Dream on the plant in some way. But again, how do you make that transition? At that point, do you know that the player's outside of Jynxzi, or are they maybe outside site windows? Either way, you're rolling a dice and you've got a bit of a tough one. He probably played the right cards and chose to let the plant go down and chose to try and work it. They were separated. It was potential for them to be 1 versus 1s, but it just wasn't going to be enough. I thought with Fultz's little early spree that it was going to be plain sailing there for DARKZERO. The position that Aiden was able to get, obviously coming through that Jynxzi breach, getting himself in towards showers, and then occupying that space. Yeah, sure, eventually he dies, but he's got 3 kills by that point. That's massive.
Really great stuff, 8 and 2, and we highlighted kind of the discrepancy between Kino at the top of DARKZERO, Aiden at the bottom of SSG, coming out of Cafe, now coming into this map, or at least through this map so far. Complete reversal. Kino at the bottom, but more importantly, I think more worthwhile, especially in the context of the last round, 8 and 2 right now. Huge 3K entering into Jynxzi in the late round on gym and bedroom. Really great stuff.
Tonight will be the night. Come on, 5-1 lead, boys.
Fuck up, Heavy. Shut the fuck up.
Come on, 5-1 lead, right?
Why does he always have double digits?
What field is he on? Ho.
Final site will be basement and
he did bad last game.
3 times.
Oh, really?
And it has been very different every time we have seen it.
Oh, raid.
Some crazy fast plays. partially involving a Dokkaebi, lurking around this side of the map. And what do you know?
Whoa.
Viewers
That shit was
position
kicking.
a lot higher up in secret than anybody has before,
chill, bro.
just to make sure that nobody from the attack can creep down early. He gets some important information that 1, there was a Dokkaebi, and 2, that she was considering a lurk down secret stairs.
He's about to do the one angle. Yep.
Some good information gathered by DZ early on.
Yep. Oh
and
my
4,
god.
Ride.
Well, this one's gonna go a lot slower.
Kino is
especially now
staring
that
at it.
Tome's rival through that angle that I think we're all aware of, but we don't really see all too much.
They knew they had a bug.
Very seldom see kills come through on the reverse of it as well. There's a big shot there from Kino. Takes down Rival, takes down a lot of the soft breach as well. That means the kitchen corridor is likely going to remain intact, which is massive for defenders rotating between Church and Arsenal, and is likely going to be a real pain point for SSG moving forward. We know how they like to try and get in and work some of these kills from the vert, or just get themselves in onto the site and make something happen from that way.
Hey, we can do a map 3 bet too.
It doesn't seem like there's a clear which way it is
What?
going to fall just yet. We do have a bit of a walk down attempted here down on main stairs. Should be able to get the gym or the church window wall open. Although Tubrau is going to have something to say about that. Kino, T4 ripped and ready.
Wow, smart play.
Should be able to destroy both of the Selmas with that. You might be thinking a Selma for a couple of ace charges. That's massive.
Aiden's gotta go Habana.
Of hard breach that is in the lineup right now for
he still
SSG.
has
They are
two
now
tubes, though.
limited
It's like
to
ass.
single doors, single windows,
he
and
only
of
has
course
6
the
Abanas left.
hatch. All of which are very easily held from the positions that we've now got ourselves in, as these DZ defenders just look to further dig in and not give any space away.
I mean, they're not going to be able to get that breach up until like 10
Dream trying to get
seconds.
the most out of these last 40 seconds. I mean, Clutch running with low time left. You can't blame him trying to just find anything that might give them a leg
Yeah,
up.
I'm walking down blue as the play.
If you're looking at this
Yeah,
lineup
that's
right
what
now,
they're
very
doing.
little you can Clutch drone
They're gonna
on the
flood,
defensive
flood,
utility.
Arsenal, I think.
Still some
Church right
flashes, some
here.
smokes. Actually, quite a few flashes and some smokes. See that secondary utility pour into the church
Smokes
position.
and go, yes.
Sticking his
Both
face in the
defenders
wall.
tucked very tight around the corner.
Nice
Seeing down
shot.
some smoke canisters as well. Kino ready for the follow-up. Kino ready.
Kino
for the
swear he's
triple.
good.
Oh my
Triple
god,
down
Raid.
from SSG, and it is a flawless.
Kino swears he's
4
good.
kills
Chill,
from
chill, chill.
Kino to end that half. Heard that he might be slacking in the performance and decided to lock back in for round 6.
I think he must have heard about the graphic that we had at the start of this game and the
Chat, Kino
with
swears
Aiden.
he's
Put a
good.
big
Nah, I'm trolling.
performance in there in the
Obviously, I'm
final
trolling,
round
dumb
of
fuck.
the defense. Let's see what our desk has to say about the first 6 rounds.
They're all playing at the same house. That's so sweaty.
Thanks, guys. A
That's so
4-2 half.
That's actually
for
like bad though, because if someone
SSG,
sells me,
one
I'm in the
that
same
feels
house
like
as
it
you, I'm
could've
knocking you
easily
out.
been a 5-1 half
Nah,
for
you're
SSG.
catching a
Yeah,
mean
quickly
right
wanna
hook.
say
I'm
that
not
last
gonna
round,
lie.
going through that breach was very brazen.
Like imagine someone TKs you on 7-7 match
However, I
point.
do want to focus and go back to a defensive round strictly out of SSG. I mean, they do such a
I've like
good
one
job
really long
throughout their
beard right
attack
here.
so far to identify the gap where they can hit this site. And in this clip, I mean, you can see they understand there's a player playing towards Arsenal, moving towards box 3. They have the information. Once this player dies, they collapse. They
Where's your girl?
get
She
in,
left like an
they
hour ago,
drop
2
to the
hours ago.
kitchen. They take all of blue control. But that's the thing. As good as this is for them, they
Look, Aiden kind of over, like, Aiden overstepped right here.
Rome is still having that vertical pressure. They still have that control.
Like,
And
how did
they didn't
Aiden
account for it.
die?
Yes, they get the Arsenal control. Yes, they get the diffuser down, but they didn't account for this because then they try to play tight here. But again, you have now a player rotating above the kitchen hatch. They use that kitchen hatch. It's now used against them. For me, I would have much rather, once they get that pick in box 3, they maybe take it over to Church. They get that control. They control Moto. They control Blue. There's less vertical pressure that then comes from the kitchen. They
I don't know why he didn't
control
ADS
a
that
lot of
guy.
the avenues leading into the Church site. It's a lot more condensed to get into. But again, it just goes to show they're doing a very good job on that attacking half of being able to exploit the gap.
I mean, it could have been a 6-0. It could have been. Obviously, you're playing against DARKZERO, really good adaptation team. They took up stairs control. They retook, had the hatch control. There wasn't any information to call it out. But something that SSG is doing amazingly well in Clubhouse is they're putting the pressure onto DARKZERO to have to make decisions like that, have to roam, have to go for fights, because if they just sit in sight, even in the last round, I mean, SSG's whole game plan is to open up every angle possible and make the site claustrophobic so there's no area for DARKZERO to hard hold and position. And then they just wait for the crossfires. They wait for the movement to happen, and it's bound to come from it. So DARKZERO seems to have understood that. I mean, in the last round, they utilized the C4 from Kino to stop the wall from getting breached open by the aces.
Yeah, that was sick. I
Habana
ain't gonna
comes
lie.
through, and then they have everybody set up. So
Jabal
imagine
soon,
they
Jabal soon,
understand
soon.
what SSG's game plan is. With side swapping, you understand that they're probably going to be trying to play wall denial to potentially stop what SSG was doing if a team did it to themselves. So I'm imagining, yep, the bandits coming out to ban, they're going to be focusing exactly on denying the walls, and that's what DARKZERO wants.
Wait, how many kills does Raid have?
So that they can do the exact same thing
got
and
2.
replicate it.
Oh my
force SSG
God.
to go for those gunfights, and we'll have to see if DARKZERO
None of us are looking good, right?
I am going to say, I'm not happy with a 2-4 split, especially that being their defensive half.
You're not happy for who?
I mean, we're like in
DARKZERO?
the same.
Yeah, I mean, SSG's really playing very well when it comes to their attacks.
Jay needs
Clubhouse,
10.
You're going to expect SSG to run away with some
6
of those
more.
rounds, but that being said, it's all about
I need 4 more.
understanding, and it
You
seems like
need
based off DARKZERO's bans,
3
they've
for a push.
understood, so they should be
Yeah,
better
but if you're
off.
pushed, you
And
don't get
last map
paid.
was a 4-2 as well, so
No, I don't pay anything.
gotta keep that in account.
Saying you
Yeah,
don't get
this
paid, you don't pay
SSG's map
anything.
pick,
We don't
they're
lose.
clearly prepared for it, and to start out on the attacking half is a very good place to begin. Question is, right, can they
Why do they
continue
have
that
rivals facing?
over on to the attacking half? Let's find out.
Let's find out. Indeed, I gotta say, right out the gate.
Can y'all fucking stream tomorrow so I have something to watch? Bro, even if I had a fucking stream tomorrow, dumbass, I probably wouldn't be able to stream it. Y'all don't realize all the good T2 teams don't want you to stream their scrim games, right? The only times I'm gonna be able to stream is when it's like decent teams, not even good.
But it is an interesting distinction with quite a few implications, especially given the wider versatility of Tubarao.
Yeah, I think it's focusing on those DMRs, isn't it? You know, the Tubarao is a big pain factor. Obviously, the Cade is a lot easier to deal with. Cade's set and forget. You set down the electric claw.
They're not going T1. Hey, shit, I know they're not going pro, but hey, they got egos, bro.
For tricking and all that sort of stuff, especially when you remove the Tubarao. So
they don't want their strats being showed.
Really, from DZ. Is he about to make a smart play? I thought he was going to just ball straight into the bottom of the garage there. But instead, it was a little bit higher than a walkthrough. It's a jump through hole, but it's going to be a whole
Raid that again. Nice raid.
In and around the early action, taking Raid down and dealing with that Scopos. DZ punishing the roam game here that SSG have attempted on this opening site of basement.
Would they even use to kill him?
Are taking a fight with Aiden through the con hatch.
Capital bolted
gets
him.
the best of
Yeah,
them.
oh yeah, he used fire.
Of course, you have Raid
Fire and
on
2 grenades,
the,
3
Raptors
grenades.
position. For a second, I thought it was the Azal.
They brought
that was taking out
6
the Raptors.
grenades
I'm like,
and 2
oh my God,
fires.
that's brutal. Scopos? No, that's actually, I mean, sure you'd like Raid to have more impact, but taking a bit of attention away, and also in the process, because Aiden gets that kill, Scopos for an ace, yeah, you're taking that deal every day of the week, not a single.
They only have 1 hard breach.
Especially now that Dana knows only got 1 hard breach charge left. I think one of them was dedicated to the plat wall. I might be
Why
wrong
did they
on
only
that
bring
one,
1 hard breach?
Could mean there's
Well,
really
they brought
one source of hard
Ace.
breaching remaining
I know,
for
but that's not
DZ,
even
and we
that
obviously
good.
haven't quite seen what the hatch situation is, but
What, he open blue? He even open blue. Where'd his other hard breach go? Oh, for the CC wall?
Yeah,
it's not going to be
what
easy,
do you open
especially
here,
with a minute
Moto?
left.
Yeah.
Kitchen hatch is going to be
I would open
Moto
kitchen.
hatch as well. Church wall, I mean, there's no way you're getting church wall open at this point either. So you've got to really decide where that single hard breach charge needs to be used here by J9.
No, I haven't popped his in today, bro.
Kitchen is maybe the more
No nicotine, no alcohol, bro. I'm chilling today, bro. I just gonna drink some coffee.
This being destroyed whilst it's detonating, you need to have a guarantee that this thing is going to go off. Bream. It'll be tucked in to the back.
They're trying to make sure he does. They're trying to make sure he's not impact tricking.
A couple of guns pointed down toward kitchen as well. C4 ripped and ready. Rival challenging onto those main stairs.
See, I told you, kitchen's.
But again,
It doesn't matter though. This is a one-way.
Push is coming from. It's not like you can open Moto as well and have a bit of phantom pressure here. They know that kitchen hatch is going to be the point of drop. Main stairs blue. All other angles.
Oh my God! Look at that angle.
Yeah, that's some cringe shit right there.
Rival
They're gonna smoke off the rotate. He's gonna smoke off the rotate.
Look how many DMRs they have.
Highly limited for DZ. Will send out all their Capital utility. Dream with a little bit of a one-way.
Nice Dream.
The Blackbeard drop. Oh, the smoke just a bit too far.
Nice Dream.
Right. Kino with a clear.
Nice Raiden.
Angle onto Kino and Fultz.
Nice Rival.
Station Gaming 5-2.
Didn't even get one.
Had DARKZERO dead to rights.
Damn, bro. All of us are looking like shit.
One of the toughest societies to attack onto in the game, especially when you've only got 1 hard breach charge.
Yeah, facts, Raheem. PC players spam DMRs on attack, but because they can't control TCSG, they cry when you're on it on defense.
Like, as soon as the first guy dies and you know that Dream's dug into that position, you've kind of maybe got to do something different. And I love twisting a little bit of pressure inside of blue. Just give Dream something to worry about on his left flank. Give that left side of his screen a little bit of attention and just draw him away from being able to laser in onto that hatch drop. It's a shame because it went so
Not
well.
the same, yeah, not the same, bro.
It was a really scrappy engagement for J90 and for NJR, and not one that you usually see him get himself in.
Oh wow.
Damn, my hair is fucked.
That was like a full-on one-way for Dream 2. You literally could not even see his position through that smoke drop it. That is, I mean, that's just a bummer for DZ, right? Like, you can't always count on that. Unfortunate, to say the least.
Chat, who y'all got after this game? SR or who's the other team? 1 of 30?
Pressure late and just being tunneled by the, well, the lack of hard reach, but also, let's be
Wait, Lou. 1 of 30 beat fucking 5 years because they had a 5v4?
No, the other way around.
Wait, they beat him with a 4v5?
Was always
No,
going to be
other way.
difficult.
1 of 30 didn't win. They lost.
A bit of a decision they
Oh.
consigned themselves to as well. And I don't think it's any shock.
So did 5 years make it or did they lose?
They
won
in
NAL.
Oh shit.
They won pro.
Stream trying to electroclaw with the Thatcher launcher up above. This one could be quite tricky. Dream
He's not getting this.
gets a zap and will back up. Not able to trick that one, unfortunately. So EMPs will work at the start. DARKZERO will have an
I need Ray to get a 4K this round.
Going live.
Yeah, it just goes to show. I mean, that's why the ban is worked out the way that it has, right? You can play the Thatcher.
What's the point of banning 2 pro?
He's always going to have a tough time getting the trick off. You've got to get a little bit more, you know, time.
Things because you could pick up 2 or like you could like stall.
You could stall, yeah.
So it's going to be a very tough time, I think. So walls open on both sides.
Yeah, but instead of doing that, you're bringing
wall
a
open
whole
as
other
well.
operator.
And I think we've even
just to
thrown a
counter
Selma
it,
in through
also
towards
includes
Shower's wall. So easy. Whereas in the previous round,
Not really. Tube wastes more time because you can't Thatcher it too.
Yeah, Tube's like a minute of time. Oh god, they have this kid on it. They have 8 on it.
Ain't a move, bro.
Seconds. 11 seconds for freeze.
Is anyone in
I thought it was
position to do
15.
anything about it? Maybe he's going to try and challenge onto the
Aiden, what the
that's
fuck?
terrible.
Lion scan comes out, bit of info on the drone.
If you sit there, you have to
Aiden,
look through the master
star
window.
player from SSG sent to the cameras as the opening.
Fuck is
pick.
Aiden
It's come
doing?
At the halfway point, past the halfway point, excuse me, of the round. So not exactly an early pick.
Full skills raid.
Still be able to leverage.
Nice rival. Get this. This is a free kill, Dream. This is a free kill.
Window secures the kill there. Dream locked into detente with Foltz out
Oh my
inside
God, what a
construction
pussy.
and on the construction balcony. Foltz
They're about to
decides
flood
speed that
site.
round. I was about to say, Kino, a little lacking on support, but also the site, little lacking on presence. Everyone pushed into construction, CCTV and Logi.
Nice.
DARKZERO immediately just hop in.
How many kills does J9
next
need?
kill, and not really a
Needs
whole
6 to
lot
push.
Giddy can do to recover this position. Despite the 2 C4s, Dream and Giddy are on just full crossfire mode. Ready for the attack to potentially creep around the corner. Giddy with the initiative, get a great SMG-12 spray.
Nice, J9.
Another one popped by J9 though.
The last one.
Basically makes it impossible for Giddy to work through. The vertical angle, not much to be done. DARKZERO is still under 2.
Yeah, I need Ray to lock in, bro. It's like he's dead every round.
Easy when they start to take things a little bit slower and play that more traditional style of siege. It was what we were asking for more on Cafe. It seems to be the winning formula.
Yeah, Ray can't buy a kill.
On Clubhouse, who knew that just bringing 2 hard breaches, guaranteeing that you get some.
Yeah, he plays in like really shitty positions, like where he just gets like literally like the whole team just tries to kill Raid.
He plays garage.
Brilliant to see from them, not chasing shadows in the opening portion of the round and really throwing themselves into every engagement under the sun. Much more reserved, much more.
Someone said Ray got first pick 4 rounds in a row. Chad, is that true?
Control. And the kill that
Like on his team?
It perfectly. That's the one.
Come on, Ray. No, Aiden got first pick. You liar.
Info on the drone, Lion scan to route Aiden to the spot, and then just boom, straight forward as you like. Single tap on the headshot. Plant in the classic plant spot as well. Nice default position over inside a gym. DZ with a round on the attack. It's still not out of the woods yet though. They still trail by 2, and SSG very much in the driver's seat of Clubhouse, and they need to be because SSG need to win this map to take us to a 3rd.
Now, this one a must-win to not only have a chance at winning Lair, but a chance at Salt Lake City. As DARKZERO
Come on, Ray,
just
bro.
need to make the reverse sweep, do what basically Wild.
Hey, we go 3-6 here. Hey, we go 3-6 here. We're winning this game. Oh God.
Will be eliminated.
If we go 4-5 though, hey, it's just a 1 round difference. Scary.
Full 3-map series, and also that they probably both deserve to be in Salt Lake City, but nature of the format, nature of this system. So he was able to persevere and make it beyond CCTV and cash. SSG threatening map point with a victory here. DARKZERO looking to stop it. Kino back on the blitz, been on the shields every single round so far. The blitz will be the 2nd time in a row. Introduction of the Yokais for SSG. Aiden Giddy on this Logi defense.
Giddy, if they drone you, you're fucked.
Outside of the hatch and give Giddy information, maybe? Thor not exactly the best operator to make use of that position.
Alright, J9 on Twitch. I like that.
Gotta be careful opening those hatches, especially when you've got Gitty primed and ready underneath. And as you say, the drones that are going to be sent out there. DZ know exactly where these drones are going to be placed. You could see NJR at his sights trained on a drone hole in and around strip at the start of the round.
Yeah, Dream is annoying.
One of the Yokai drones to come out of there. You sort of look at it and you think, well, it's the only plausible reason for them to be looking in that direction. And they're going to know that there's going to be one sent out of Logi hatch as well. Fultz takes a bit of damage on the explosive. C4
Bad C4 rival.
Anything for rival. Instead, he can just start to work his way back and drop through bedroom himself over toward construction. But even then, he's not out of the woods. J9O is going to be holding the cross on the
Whoa, what are you doing?
Oh my god. He's terrible.
Down rival, but with Fultz falling and rival likely recoverable.
Nice.
Oh,
2v4.
Even worse. Kino down for the count. NJR with a quick trade, but trapped in a razor blue maelstrom. The third's found and shot.
I need a raid to get to here.
A lot of his HP in the process.
I need a raid to get to here.
Back up and joins the rest of the defense. Tough break for DARKZERO. And look at the odds they have to break through. Black mirrors, yokais, 2 toxic canisters. Well, 1 toxic canister as one of them now placed on the opposite side of the wall from Newers. Selma attempting to break the wall on red side, but shot in the process. Ooh, a pre-fire that takes every single
Raid, get this one. No.
Lick of it hits rival on 1 HP.
We're all about to go under.
Station Gaming Cafe long in the rearview mirror. They are looking toward lair.
They really are, and DZ are in panic stations at the moment. They've used their tactical timeout. They used it very early in the series, and it's surprising to not see them be able to convert rounds like the round we've just seen. SSG, very good handle so far on both the attack and the defense. Clubhouse as a whole has been a great.
Come on, Raid. Come on, Raid.
We'll get another round of banning ahead of
SSG could have won map 2 at 1-2. I know, bro. Bro, they're not a bad team. They're first season playing together.
I don't feel like we've seen tons of Grim usage from DZ. I think SSG are probably at the.
Like, they're not a bad team, chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're new.
Anything because there's no real one defining factor at the moment.
Like, look at J9O's aim.
So unfortunate getting caught on that AC unit as well. Sometimes they're the hardest shots to hit where the player is just so close. And especially when you've got an ACOG and you're sort of scrambling to try and get him in the frame, it can be a little bit of a nightmare. And I feel like that's where J9O really found himself there in that last round. And it's a shame because his position was perfect. You've got to play cutoff if you know there are players.
My favorite Plinko addict, bro. I haven't played Plinko in years, bro.
Inside a gym, you have to play cut off through construction because they're going to try and retreat back to the site, and your job is to shoot them, is to cut them off as they come back. So a really important position to play. Played it well, was in the right spot at the right time, just unfortunately wasn't able to land the required shots. I mean, there was a lot more that went on in that round other than that one engagement, but a bit of an example as to how DZ are really just coming up against it in every single direction tonight.
Well, and you even look in that position. This is not a critique of J9O at all. It's just it's just funny.
Well, how many does J9O need? 2?
From the opposite way. The mirror runs across.
How many?
He's holding from the left instead of the right.
I said the Plinko days were the best.
Construction would have probably
Hell
lined
nah.
up directly with the mirror.
Hell nah.
Could like got a collat even. That's not saying he should have done that. He was probably holding the.
J9 needs 2 to go over.
Again, how awkward that one engagement was.
Raid needs 4, and then.
It might completely change the round for DARKZERO, but.
Well, if just this game, if Aiden just kills everybody this round, GG's. We all lost.
Just getting the worst of a lot of different things right now. Some inside of their control, some outside of their control, but certainly getting demolished by an excellent game from Space Station Gaming. 4-2 attacking half-end, looking like they might emerge in their defenses with a win as well to close out Clubhouse and take us to lair. Fultz spotted so early and pressured so heavily.
I don't think they know.
Fultz, excuse me, pressuring rivals so early.
Well, they
forced the council back down to the site. I do believe we have Raid
Oh my god.
at the moment.
The fuck is Aiden doing?
Tap with the 417, but Ollie, I think this one's a little more impressive than the one in gym.
Yeah, he didn't have guided coordinates there, did he? Didn't know exactly where the player was going to be. That was just good old game sense.
This could be a Raid 4K round.
Aiden, key player for this SSG side, fallen. Raid in a really good spot though.
That's one.
One at the least here as he takes Fultz down. Utilizing scope.
Raid!
Scanner,
In the hall!
for
Oh, it's
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard.
He has to play this with his life.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
They're
Hello?
inside. Nice, Jynxzi.
We've just seen somebody die from strip side, and we're not pushing the guy strip. No, surely Raid.
Nice Raid!
No! What? How's he got away with this? Cribbing down the main stairs as well.
Come on, Raid.
His back turned.
No, nice stream.
Aware they've completely forgot about Raid
Come on, Blake.
over in strip.
Get one more, Raid. Get one more. Oh, wait, it doesn't matter. We all lost. It doesn't matter.
You guys all lost.
We all lost.
Versus 2.
That means y'all all owe me
Small
10.
but 3 impact grenades to hit him out front, caught in between 2 fire
what if he wins this, though?
inside a moto.
Oh my god.
Spotting the player on main stairs in a 2-way crossfire. Spotted on the camera as well. Can it get any worse for Kino?
Oh my god.
Impact grenade
Oh my god.
going out,
He's
protecting
fucked.
his feet more than he even is thinking about winning
Holy
the round.
shit.
How is he alive?
How many impacts does this guy have?
And now they play passive, breaks through the wall, can take
There's one
shelter
person
behind
that
the
can win this is
reinforcements.
Kino.
He hears them begin to rotate. Only 20 seconds remaining. Might have controlled the diffuser, but it just takes one shot.
Over. Never mind.
One bullet to the head and maybe 2.
Nice Raid.
There it goes.
Blake with the fucking pound or the play.
Clubhouse was anything
Let's
but.
go.
Wow, we all lost our bet.
One-sided Clubhouse.
Raid was one off.
Push, bro.
All right, you lost. You pushed. I was one off.
Bro, how the fuck
Point
did
of
he
view
push?
at all.
SSG might shift the narrative in a big way.
I think this social vote's going to have shifted a little bit, don't you? Oh, we're down at near.
All right, I'm gonna get a call.
Pass, bro.
I mean, it's as good as, isn't it?
50-50.
The crowd.
This shit 50-50, me.
And it
Huh?
often does flip and flop during the course of a best of 3, but I can't blame you. Channel points are on the line. You've got to get those dubs in when.
Like, Chad, look at Warden's here. That's how I'm gonna try to be like Warden.
Up and up here after a very close cafe, a Clubhouse that. I mean, a 7-3 scoreline. I'm gonna go out there and
Get
call
dread,
out
bro.
one-sided. SSG.
I can't get dread.
It's no surprise when we listen into the section.
Think
that
you'd
our
mog
desk
with
have just
dreads,
done about the voice comms.
Yeah.
And we got some great
What?
insight
No.
into how the comms are
You
flowing.
fucking stupid.
for
I'm out with
SSG.
anything.
It's no surprise they're as clear as that, is it? It's evident in their game. It's evident in their playstyle.
All right, so I got
We can
Raid
see
over,
them
Lou got
going through
Rival
these
over.
motions. We can see them
There's
setting up
Kino.
for these big 3-2-1s, and their comms are just as cool as their playstyle right now. DARKZERO, after the stage that they have had in kickoff, coming through top of the pops.
They got Kino over?
In that upper bracket for their opponents to trickle down and to get to their position in the second round after receiving a bye have now come onto, well, the worst position possible, Lynx. They're now in a best of 1 for a major spot. This is not where anyone wants to be.
No, and especially
Yeah,
with
he did good in
DZ,
that
the
one.
fact that, you know, you have played
Oh, my back itches.
5 maps in the past 24 hours. And
All right, Chad, we need Ray to get 8.
all gone either maximum distance or almost maximum distance. Just to even get to this point, we need to play a best of 1 for your life. It has still required almost everything you could possibly put in. And in between those as well, you have a decently strong win, 7-5 against Wildcard.
We need Ray Boys to get 8 kills.
A 7-3 loss to SSG on club. You can see it's still all smiles in the DARKZERO camp before we get into the game, but actually probably one of the most vulnerable moments of DZ's time in the NAL. In fact, probably the most vulnerable moment for them in all of kickoff. Bans have gone through though. Double shield ban from SSG to start.
No.
That has not stopped Kino, bringing one of the only viable shield for this attacking lineup. DZ, similar story on the opposite
This Kino's
side,
map?
a shield of their own, taking on the Mira as well. So as we get into this round, what can we expect on the R6 room defense on the top floor? Big shot, Azami out the game.
Yeah, no Tachenka though, and no Goyo.
True.
So SSG not choosing that wealth of time denial that is available to them, time and area, of course. Instead, they're going to be bringing a little bit of trap, a little bit of drone stopping ability, a little bit of mute jamming, you know, all these things that
Shot
are a
Aiden.
little bit more in vogue at the moment. Aiden, he's starting where he left off. C4 kill straight out the gate onto NJR, and once again, are we going to see a lack of hard breach hurt DZ? I'm not sure if NJR's got anything open yet. There's mute jammers, there's bandit batteries. We've still got ops wall.
Any
that's gonna be
rival?
fully electrified. I don't think the site's open yet, Lynx.
No, there is no way. Him dying at that position, there's not a single chance. I was curious.
He
if
died
maybe we see a Selma
outside.
charge on this wall, but given the angle, the time, the positioning, no. He died with 3 Selmas in his pocket, and I'm decently confident of that. Newer's trying to creep up.
Rebel's
Default
holding
cam's
this.
on.
No,
See, somebody's
Rival.
aware of it, but can't quite thread the needle. It's fine. Doesn't lose his life in the process, and at this point for DARKZERO, that is a victory. You're coming off a very, very difficult map on Club, trying to regain some momentum after a loss of NJR as well. And so as the blitz is being sent up the long hallway, one player's already hopped inside a bathroom. That's J9.
Why does Raid love this gun?
That bit of forward positioning. Raid also quite trapped between the parallel guns of this DARKZERO.
Why does Raid
attack.
love this gun?
He's going out looking to flush Giddy out of this position, or at least keep him at bay. And yet, still despite all that, they don't have a clear way in just yet. Kino's still looking for an angle, still looking for a spot through. Finally gets some eyes on the Thor. A very good flick on a Dream. Mows down
Nice
2
rival.
with the pistol. And yet Giddy, playing patient behind the smoke, might have just slipped through, but no, Kino turns around. The shield protects
What
him.
the fuck?
Minimal impact on a tear is this blitz, carving his way through the site and eventually.
All right, I hope y'all lose now. Now I hope y'all lose.
Anybody else could.
Bro.
Now I hope they lose the game. 5v4 and they let a blitz get a 3K.
In the opening few seconds of the round. Had it not been for Kino, though, I don't think that round would have ended the same way. The call was correct. You lose your hard breach, okay, all of a sudden we can't focus on getting wall open. We're not going to get trapped into Bandit's minigame. Instead, we're going to have to push backside. We're going to have to get ourselves in and make something happen. SSG, I'm surprised to see them give away those 1v1s like that. I mean,
Probably.
the little combo that Kino got, the double kill, you can't even really call it a 1v1. Dream had to swing the window. He knew that his teammate was getting pushed. He could hear the blitz, and I'm sure he could hear his teammate screaming for help. But ultimately, if Kino's going to be...
What do they ban instead of blitz?
There's not a great deal that you can do.
Only so much SSG can do at that point. You can even see Giddy trying his best. That's just insane. Giddy trying his best, but I mean, if that's literally anybody except a shield, Giddy gets a kill there. Maybe he gets traded after that, but at least causes some chaos in the comms. But Kino just turns around, stares him dead on.
Yeah, but chat, 3 people shouldn't be dying to a blitz without a refrag.
Might as well just die 10 seconds prior and save DARKZERO, and specifically saved Kino the effort. Basement site next up for SSG as our 6 room basically collapses under the weight of 1 Kino on the blitz. Still could change it with about 7 seconds remaining before we're beyond that point, but I think Kino
I think they'll do 1.
likely gonna switch.
What's Kino's over? 7.5?
Don't think we're gonna switch anything up for round 2.
Yeah.
You do wonder where DZ would be without Kino's performance tonight. Because he had a massive performance on Cafe, and I know we called out a couple of exit frags, but at the end of the day, they won the game. Or they won the match, should I say. Okay, a little bit quiet on Club, but I think that you could...
Yeah, why did they not ban
finger
Blitz,
pretty much
bro?
everyone on the side of DZ.
They banned
Clubhouse.
BB instead.
Like, he never plays... No.
3 kills,
Monty.
another blitz.
When do you ever see Kino on Monty?
I mean, the blitz is almost certainly going to get
He's
removed
on
at this
Blitz
point
or
by
BB.
SSG, and then they're just going to be able to flex into something a little bit more traditional. His performance tonight has been absolutely electric. He's good on this roam clear as well now, attacking the basement. It's pretty much going to be the full package.
Oh god, Rivals
It's
right
pretty
here.
much going to be a blitz ban once we get
Meet the
past
blitz.
round 3 if he ends up stunning on this roam clear. A lot of fortification set up in his way, though. You've got the reinforcement and the Kiva barrier. And, of course, not only 1, but 2 defenders on the opposite side. And a zombie who can place even more layers of defense. A deployable shield as well? Jesus Christ. Bit boring. SSG on this middle floor at the moment. Understandable. Can't blame them. So many fortifications, and they just give it up like that. Like, nope. We are all good.
Hey, Giddy.
Giddy will find faults in the process. Not entirely sure how that one happened. All the way over on the warehouse side. Impressive stuff. And with that moment, basically, the rest of the defense falls back. Saves for Aiden on the middle floor. Viewers with the Soliton scanner could maybe find these players lurking.
Nice.
And find it's actually
Fuck
the
you, Kino.
Blitz who's
Fuck
found
you.
them. But Aiden, bit of a 180 fake out. Domes Kino, drops the diffuser and rocket, and any hope of recreating round 1 is just died with Kino.
See, any good blitz knows you don't ADS right away, because if you don't fully blind him, he's just going to kill you.
And you've got all that vert to
You
make.
wait to see if you fully blinded him.
When Kino dies on the
Shot,
blitz. Now
Dream.
with a crouch walk into side, but
Shot,
Dream
Raid.
isn't even gonna let them put a toe
No,
into
Rival, how the
this
fuck
site.
do you not get that kill,
All down
bro?
to J90 and Gitty there to pick up the pieces. DZ, They knew what they'd lost. They'd lost every piece of pushing power.
Come on.
They'd lost the soft breach. They weren't able to make the vert. Okay, you can pivot. You can play the blitz. Push the blitz down the stairs and see if we can make something happen with that. Bang, you lose the blitz. It's like, oh, GG. We're just gonna have to push the site and make something happen. And SSG were ready to collect. Really good investment into that light roam. Well, I mean, you could argue it was a heavy roam, couldn't you, with the amount of util that was placed up there? Regardless, SSG with a big response in round 1 or round 2.
Well, their first round, big response to get that first win on the defense. Going back up to our 6th room now. Not trying to go for the full rotation. Instead thinking that they might have something figured out, especially as once that blitz went down, the attack pretty much fell as a necessary consequence of it seemed like. Some adjustments, to be fair. So we have the Bandit falling away just for Mute. Still giving some options for Hard Breach now, but a little more flexibility overall in the process. And actually, no, the Mute was there last time. It is actually the Bandit that fell away for the Warden. So, not only a more direct counter of a blitz, but...
Chat, who's ready for some rank with Jynxzi and Stabber? Yellow, you try to play, Lou?
Quite a bit of impact. Warden is only one operator,
but... How do I tell you, gang?
So what are you saying?
To be fair, only one character, but one character who can only...
Right?
Fine, I guess I'll join.
As well.
Nah, I'm trolling. I'll ask Jynxzi if we can pick up people or not.
They're bringing plenty of those tricks, aren't they? Specifically,
I gotta beat you. What the fuck?
different options of flashing, and of course the couple of flashes on both NJR and Fultz as well. Nice number.
That's insane, bro.
That's a goated site, though.
Elite ball knowledge.
Newers,
I just
commit here. Just seeing if he can tap fire his way toward anything, but that's one position that SSG have been fantastic in all night.
Check J stream, what is he doing?
Lack of giving anything away for free. You very rarely see them out there on the roam losing their life needlessly.
Well, he's screen checking.
Reasonable impact, whether it's time waste.
Bro, he's not even doing anything, you fucking dumb fuck.
And another. How's missed that? It seemed like his head was all that we could see. Finds out on the Soliton scanner that his army has indeed dipped back a little bit. No doubt toward one of Aiden's mute jammers, as I'm sure there are a couple of those craftily placed around the site just to make things a little bit easier to hide away from that scanner.
Wait, threat detected. This area is hostile.
We'll find one, but finding an Azami playing up, push pretty deep behind the main desk.
Aiden with another C4 below.
Again, second time defending this site that he gets a C4 kill.
Nice stream.
It's not NGR, it's Newers. This time it's NGR. We've improved. He's only the second one to die instead of the first. JNO tries to pick up the pace with a Ying shot.
Oh, they're fucked.
It cost all of his Candelas and gets...
I mean, Raid's Warden. Come on, Raiden. Good shot, baby.
Fultz dies right behind Kino on the opposite side. He's left to recreate that 3K in the same position with less...
Nice, Giddy.
Less time, less ground, and more bodies to cut
What
through.
the? Oh my god, 2 down.
1v4, albeit with 2 players downed. And Raid on low HP, you are wishing you had another Candela here.
Oh my god, that could have been like a god clutch.
Aiden's get the first and the last. SSG.
Come on, SSG!
It came a little bit close there, though.
Bro, I have no idea, Renner.
There was a little window of opportunity, but it wasn't enough. And I'm sure that we're going to see another early DZ tactical timeout here because things are not going their way. Round 4, we'll get some bans, and then very possibly into the timeout. They know that the attack is going to be a difficult side. It's the side that they found the most trouble with over the course of the evening.
Wait, so Mingo, this whoever loses
Surely
doesn't
we
go
have
there?
the blitz
Yep.
removed now by SSG just to seal that deal.
No,
Oh no, they're going to go for the Grim instead. They're kind of leaving an open invitation there to Kino to say, yep, you know, we've seen you on the blitz. We know that you've got a bit of impact, but we're not going to ban it. We're instead going to ban away the Grim. And as predicted, another early DZ tactical timeout. At this point, Lynx, you got to question the value of these because we've not seen enough impact after the timeout to really highlight them as being super valuable for DZ at the moment.
I think that's the thing with DARKZERO, right? Is that, and this is crazy to say this, but in a matchup in which on one side you have some of the most veteran players in NA in recent and just in general, especially when you consider how long Fultz has been playing at a tier 1 level. And then on the other side you have like, you know, like you've got Dream, but you've got like Raid bullies. You've got Aiden. You got players who are really, really new to the NAL. And SSG have had by far and away the better reactions, the quicker reactions, the more well thought out reactions beyond DARKZERO on both Cafe and Clubhouse. That's kind of insane. And like, that's really just a testament to the system they're building at SSG, a testament to the players at SSG, but also I think just really how much things have slipped for DARKZERO. It was not SSG who came out of the groups flawless. It was two teams, 5 Fears, the best team in the NAL, and DARKZERO, who are currently in a best of 1 to even have a shot at making Salt Lake City, and are being kind of made fools of by Space Station Gaming.
Come on, SSG.
Aiden getting that C4 2 times in a row on the exact same site. Them literally not banning the blitz because they know even if they run counters to it.
Reloaded.
The level of ego on these guys and the fact that it's completely warranted is even the crazier part.
I like how thought through it is, though, because you can see it's not like a panic reaction. It's not like the obvious choice, is it? I think, you know, a lot of people in that position, given the option to ban something at the start of round 4, seeing what we've seen, would have gone, yeah, ban the blitz. Let's ban the blitz off Kino. Let's get rid of that. And no, they've gone.
He didn't even react to his window being shot. What the hell?
Play the blitz, but we know he's going to play the blitz.
Because he's fucking screen peeking.
Beat out in key positions, and then he's got information to, you know, work off the back of that, and we can see people line stuff up. We already know that DZ are a coordinated team. We already know that they play fantastically off the back of information. We've seen some really good examples of that already tonight. Whether it was Fultz on the drone inside a cafe, whether it was Newers on a drone inside of Clubhouse. There's been some brilliant team play.
All right, bro. Let's go, rival.
Like,
let's
removing the
get some kills here.
It's essentially just going to assist that a little bit here. And SSG is better the enemy, you know, right? They know that they're going to be going up.
Mine needs 8, Jay's need 8, yours needs 7, right?
And look at the plan. It's the Warden, it's Ella, it's Thorn. You've got gadgets there, you've got Razor Blooms, Grizznots, everything you could need to try and make this Blitz's life an absolute misery.
Even making Newers lives.
Like, get off of Blitz, Kinu.
Camera. Nothing Newers could do about that. Nothing he did wrong. Just SSG being super thorough, really careful, trying to find another alternative avenue. But there's a shotgun close corners.
1 HP through a Thorn trap.
Kino, 1 HP because of that Razor Bloom. 1 HP. Where they missed the trap where he thought he could get it, not too sure, but
and Dream Whiff. And Dream Whiff.
Maybe overplaying their hand a little
and Dream Whiff.
Gets a 2-piece to start things off, and coming out of the tackle.
If Raid wins this,
DARKZERO build that into what is looking like a flawless attack. Not on the top floor. It's a Bugs briefing defense, mind you.
Dream Whiff.
Taking place
Aiden overswung.
Around green stairs, and a Candela prep to hunt Raid down. Backing up. Will evade any of the negative consequences that primary.
Raid, get at least 2 here.
Got in the position, putting that diffuser down, and this is where DARKZERO deny us any kind of fun. They'll play it normal, they'll play it passive. It's a 5v1 post plan. There's just simply no way they choke this.
Surely there's no way, right? There it is. The flawless comes through. Newers eventually picking up that final kill as Raid was left with very little.
Dream whiffed, bro. Like, Dream should not be. If Raid's on that SMG 12 there, he kills both.
That DZ are going to give him a window of opportunity there to get in, especially.
Chad, that's one of the moments, like, if you have one of your better aimers on, like, a better gun.
That DZ needed. They need attacking rounds here on Lair. And finally, we've seen them get one. Now, you mentioned that overreaction from the side of SSG. I think potentially because we saw multiple people swinging from the same angle multiple times, and it was just a little bit written on the wall, wasn't it? I thought the Razor Bloom was inspired. Obviously, you've got that horrible piece of utility there that's just going to put Kino down, and I think Kino maybe being lucky even to stay standing after that one because he really was left on only a sliver of HP. But it was enough, and I mean, Blitz even really didn't have too big a part to play. Once your Blitz is on 1 HP, there's not loads that they can do. They're always going to get a little bit battered and bruised on the way up to their objective and to push these players around. So it was much more of a backseat position then that Kino took, and it was really on the rest of the team to step up and to challenge onto those angles and to keep those swinging defenders at bay.
Now, as we move into round 5, the offer to keep the swing defenders at bay will be him shifting to the glass, breaking away from the blitz. Shock drone. Shield might have worked in that round, though it came very close to not working. An alternative strategy for DARKZERO. Ying.
I mean, Chad, this map's like Lair's kind of 50-50, bro. If you're a good attacking team, it's kind of 50-50.
Try and effect a roam clear on this middle floor. One player actually from SSG all the way on the top floor. I've just realized. Ooh, somebody very close.
Right here.
Don't know if they've spotted that just yet. Rival with the Vector just trying to gain some information, it seems like, but a full reinforcement and no Kibas on this top floor means that Well, he's got a bit of a bunker. He starts getting pressured. He can't make
Yeah, they're
himself
getting
any new protections. He'll fall back down and take shelter behind Dream's shotgun. It appears the only remaining player will be Aiden on an incredibly deep roam on this Solus.
Ooh, that's the last thing you want to hear if you're on a deep roam, though. The logic bomb phone call going off.
I think that would blow
That's
him.
his position given away. You're going to send the impact out there as maybe a bit of...
Yeah, but they think he's upstairs.
Yeah, that's a good room.
Saving. Nua's now on the chase.
Why didn't they bring a solid snake? They're kind of retarded.
Something that we've seen.
Yeah.
Both Raid and Rival do quite a bit, and now Nua's doing the same. I imagine that he's got the shotgun, though, so that'll be the reason.
They misrun him.
Aiden has remained unchecked, though. Despite the logic bomb phone call,
they misrun him.
Still not been able to find this player. And if there's an assumption from
they misrun him, he's got to get at least one here.
Back down to sight, that could come back to bite them. Another logic bomb phone call, so it seems as though
he hung up the phone. Nobody was near him.
Somebody out there, still someone out of bed, so to speak.
Nice.
And it is going to be Aiden. Takes J90 down on the Twitch, and whatever he does from here is a bonus.
Nah, he went up. Thank God he didn't go up.
Comes at around the minute mark. He's able to take a drone out as well.
He surely hears the guy above him.
Thorn in the side of this attacking
Nice. Dream through the fucking smoke, baby.
Dream causing some problems as well as Kino. Still facing some difficulties ever since that 3K in round 1. Great showing, but struggling to have that same impact on these other operators. Canella's going out. Newer still has 2. And that could make Dream's life very dramatic going through, but just a clean little shot. Stops it entirely, going for the second. This one seems like it'll pop, and Dream maybe trying to catch it on the pre-fire.
You almost
no,
killed
that
him.
should be the end of him.
I mean, 30 seconds left. Aiden's upstairs. He has no Yings.
Utility just to acquire that smoke. Doesn't really have
this guy's
good
fucked.
ways in at this point.
Nice.
One around the corner. Great positioning by Giddy, just to get in that little gap of
Nice.
information. Keep
Raid got one.
DZ
Let's go,
in the
Raid.
dark and keep DZ out of the round. SSG retake their lead as things are looking a lot different. And these two teams start on layer at the beginning of kickoff.
4-2, 4-2, 4-2.
A round where DZ have opted to play air quotes proper siege. They're not bringing the shield. They're not trying to cheese their way through it.
4-2, 4-2.
Where we start to see alarm bells. Aiden.
Sag, bro. W fucking Sag, bro. W Navy member on God.
4 out of the 5 opening.
Sag with the 5, bro. Appreciate you, Sag.
And he's been on the right end of 3 of them.
Chat, can we get some W Navy?
The opening pick there on J90. There's no opening pick on Tenua's and an opening pick.
Dream's dead there if he just like
really
ADS's.
in a big way and consistently giving his team that advantage, just giving a little bit of extra space for people to work in.
What's the lure? Why did all the old SSG players move to DZ? Because SSG was not trying to pay them anymore.
It's going to be the final round of regulation defense for Space Station. Is it going to be another map?
Because they weren't winning shit, so why would they keep paying them? You know what I mean?
Or should I say, where we see DARKZERO lack on their own attacks.
They haven't won in forever.
No problems with SSG's attacks on Clubhouse. That much is for certain. For DARKZERO, it's a side that they've struggled with all night long, and they need to walk away with an equal split here.
Oh, both our players need 5, Lou.
Just keeping things as close as possible as SSG, especially with Clubhouse still in our minds, just more and more looking like the favorites in this particular series. Kino will move back to the Blitz just to try one more time to make this work, to make it happen. It's worked before, albeit on different sites. 3rd time we'll see R6 room and Master. 50%. One of them being that 3K. If you get anything closer,
did they miss run right upstairs?
Fly his way through the soft wall.
Raid. Aiden's fucked.
Been on the right side of so many of these opening engagements early on in a difficult spot right now. Downs Kino in the process. This man cannot catch a break on the entry. Nade just
Aiden!
Nah.
Look at his face.
No wrong in the early game as he's completely stunted DARKZERO.
Come on, Aiden.
Dismantling him. They know exactly where he is right now. Nuas should be pushing
got another one.
There's 3 players from DZ involved in that engagement, and Aiden is still allowed to drop. He's in Toxin right now. He's miles away, but it doesn't matter. Because his team is still in an advantage, even if the remaining DZ players just decide to flood the site. Not 1, but 2 opening picks there.
He's gonna run out on him.
Nuas now wondering what to do. Eventually hops himself out of the window, picks Aiden up as he's rotating up. Rival, he'd come down to assist. He can shoot the smoke canister and get himself back up to sight. That's not too much of a problem. Aiden's life there was fairly obviously marked for destruction from DZ, but the damage, it's already been done. You can't do anything to replace Kino. You can't do anything to replace.
I need Ray to get one here.
Round 6.
Maybe 2.
They're watching the cams for the rest. There's now a minute for J9 News and NJR to figure things out.
Oh, he's walking right at Ray. GG's.
Right as we tick past 60 seconds, Newers again trying to make a lurk happen. Might be 4-4, but these have been a bit shaky, in part because
nice overswing, Raid.
Watch, but Newers
nice overswing, Raid.
Gets something.
Come on, rival.
Takes a lot of HP, but still, it's something. Catches the head, ooh, but down soon after. It just gets even worse.
Same spot, Giddy. Same spot, Giddy.
And NJR not believe that these two in a late round is literally allowed
know. He
by
does
the
not
rule
know.
book. But with one prone around the corner, I don't think NJR is aware of this. Looking at the long angle, he's got no idea. Prone around the corner,
got one.
Pops up, almost gets the second. But J9 turning his attention.
He doesn't have the bomb.
One air jab to lock off, just one single rotation. Can make the cross, diffuser in hand. Turn his attention towards the rotate hole, but shot through the soft wall. Peppered, put even.
Nice, Giddy! Come on!
I mean, all of our players are looking like 50-50.
Another lead.
Yeah. It's whoever hits a 4K.
Face. You can't believe what
facts.
round he's had. That's that
moment
moment after
like
the round where the comms have all died down, and you can hit that little debrief and tell everyone just how well you played it. Let's hear it from our desk.
Aiden still hands up in disbelief. I mean, that right there finally broke the pattern here for SSG. Last time they were on this map, it was 3-3 at the swap before DARKZERO ran away with it. Right now, SSG have set themselves up for success.
It all comes down to them shutting down the information. I think there's a common denominator in the last 3 rounds is just them shutting down the shield. Kino's not able to really find that much success when it comes to the shield. The information drones are just getting shot, and it's always coming down to the last 30, 40 seconds where DARKZERO has to then push in, and they're pushing it almost blind. Besides that last round, which was a great play from Aiden to be able to not only stall time, but then pick up 2. But at the end of the day, that seems to be the win condition for SSG right now. I mean, starting from that round, round 4, going all the way to the end, I mean, it really is just shutting down drones, shutting down the shield, and forcing DARKZERO to have to adapt with no utility, no information on the board.
I mean, Aiden being
he said I killed 2.
Those 2 kills in particular right there in that last round was insane. I mean, that truly is how you roam. It's not always about...
Look at that overswing. Like, mouse and keyboard players are so ass.
And if you do get a couple kills, great. You're exceeding above expectations.
It was like, I killed 2, I killed 2.
Play in that situation and come out on top there, setting his team up for success in the later half of that round is great. But even just the game plan, regardless of it being a 4-2 half, I mean, I'd argue in a lot of that, they could have...
I wanted to take the Aiden over, but he's so 50-50 sometimes.
We were listening to the comms. They had a great understanding.
But then again, Aiden's been doing way better than Raid.
Fake roam. They wanted to play back into their layers. The only thing where they faltered is they decided...
Yeah, chat, yes, if I was in Pro League, every defense round, I'm on a TSG. But good thing, guess what? Striker can bring a C4, barbed wire, BP, shield, anything you need. Goyo has 4 Goyos. Damn near every pro team runs Goyo every round. And Cade. Cade usually gets banned, but if it doesn't get banned, Cade's really good on every site.
But on the side of DARKZERO, I mean, again, we're in a situation, they're down.
And then, I don't gotta get into a Rooney, Two-Brow. There's 2 other DMRs you could always play, too.
Caught off guard. They're allowing these comebacks to happen. They're allowing these refrags to be made. They need to figure out how to isolate players, similar to what we were seeing they were doing against Wildcard.
Well, this is it, as always.
Yeah, chat, if you've been taking the Aiden over, you're probably making money.
Keep finding ourselves in this position for a spot in Salt Lake City. The second...
I think Aiden went over, didn't he, Raid? Or Lou? He had 12 map 3 or map 2, didn't he? Yeah, I think 8 has gone over like every time.
Decide everything, and as you mentioned at the top,
I gotta take a piss shot.
I gotta take a piece. In their first match of kickoff on layer, DARKZERO closed it out 7-4, and they started out SSG on the attack, DZ on the defense, and where SSG have beaten that initial water line by 1 round, 4-2 instead of 3-3. That series, SSG only got 1 single attack on their layer side. 1 out of 5 rounds played. It's been a long stage since then, Ollie. A lot has happened. Both of these teams in the lower bracket now.
My rival.
Can they better the odds, and can they keep this lead alive?
I don't want to give it like the kiss of death or anything, but I feel like you can see the improvements that SSG have made from the start of kickoff to now. It's visible, right? They're so much more together in their playstyle, and I think that will just continue to it will continue to grow. They will continue to gain this experience, gain this teamwork, gain this synergy. And on the side of DZ, it just feels like they're on that downward trajectory of like the honeymoon period. It was very short-lived potentially for this roster. And it was one of those situations where, yeah, they can go out and they can win 4 games, but then after that, it just starts to get a little bit scrappy. And then obviously the frustration starts to creep in when you start having close games, when you start consistently going to an overtime. And that's when things start to get a little bit difficult. I can see the progression for this SSG, and I'd like to think that they're better than the previous record on Lair. And especially
vape. I don't even have a fucking vape, bro. It died.
We know that they've got it in them.
I've done no alcohol today, or fuck, nicotine.
Come on, Rival.
Take an offer, we might start seeing a glimpse of the next 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Rival down below with the buck right now.
I need Ray to get 5, bro. Fucking 5.
Most accurate.
That is a lot.
SSG banned out.
It's one ace. Ray's got the ace in the past 2
Could brought a mirror, but no
2 weekends.
That by DZ. So they're able to move it pretty quick. Get some quick Selmas on that part of the map.
Yeah, someone said Jay took Kino, now look who he's playing. But Kino's only 4 off.
Dream going to be great at applying pressure in any of these positions.
So Rival's gonna buck below and just die.
Yeah, usually the buck just dies every time.
Yeah, he's just gonna die.
Throwing down those
Someone's
Shumikas,
just gonna peek him, they're gonna
especially a
press him.
necessity with SSG banning that smoke position. They're probably DARKZERO more than most
Or you can get some kills.
I like Raid here. Play off the shield, get some kills, baby.
Creeping up Z hallway.
Ping that shit, ping that shit.
Nice, Aiden!
Kino, down by a quick free-fire.
Fuck you, Kino. Fuck you. Nah, Kino's a cool ass dude. I'm sorry, but I want Raid to make the major, bro.
There's one player that you want behind your shield. It's going to be Aiden,
right there, right there. Yep.
Especially with an AK-12 in his hand.
Tagged him.
Absolutely lethal. Nua's taking a little bit of damage there through the vert as Rivals continuing.
Aiden, oh my god, Aiden. But I get another one.
No, Raid.
Aiden! Rival got 1.
You can't just keep challenging him from the same angle like that. Jane, I know.
Get your 4K. And of course, Raid's dead.
Game right now, but I think for even him, a 4 versus 1 is potentially a little bit of a stretch too far. Going to attempt the C4, it gets sent out, but clips. Oh no. Clips onto Tetris. It is going to down Dream in the process. Gitty can move through to recover that diffuser. I tell you what.
Nice, Rival. That's what I like out of you.
Fuck!
That's what I like. Rival, come on,
SSG is starting to get more and more hyped as these rounds develop.
Starting to get very real fast for Space Station Gaming. 5-1 for Aiden on these opening kills. A 3K. Might have started out this series rough.
Fine, Chad, it's fine. Even if I lose my over on Raid, I just want Raid to make the major, bro.
Let's be fair. But there is one.
That would be funny as fuck seeing Raid at the major.
On the side of Space Station Gaming, and it is Aiden after round 6 and 7. It is just.
I'm gonna watch party the fuck out of that shit.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Now Space Station Gaming find themselves with this new look, this new roster, just 2 rounds away from Salt Lake City. Situation, by the way, where, I mean, the potential lineup being 5 fears, JJ's first major, a brand
Aiden's been in his bag, Chad. Is Aiden #1 rated NAL?
Still in the grand scheme of things, quite recent to the entry on their international scene. Space Station Gaming might be a well-known name, but with a brand new roster as well, most of these players may barely even have substantial T1 experience. This could end up being, if DARKZERO lose here, one of the craziest major rosters being sent to probably any international event in Siege history, at least for NA. The amount of rookies would be crazy.
Just imagine the timeline for a second, especially with the next game bared in mind. 1 of 30 versus SR. Like, there's a world.
Tired of fucking one of lames. She fucking what a boss.
And 1 of 30. Like, that could happen right here and now tonight. Now, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. There's still a couple.
Aiden might as well get the fucking hog rider cut.
They need to get to 7. And DZ.
That shit is not it, gang.
Let them just take it from them.
Yo, J-Ball, you can't stay down Twitch,
They're
mud.
going to be no stranger to being up against it, backs up against the wall. It's all about what they do from here that matters, though.
Come on, Raz.
Gonna be looking to try and
come on, Raz.
hold
Yep,
on
I
to
like
a
this
couple of
shit. You're in the building. Run at him.
Just bring themselves a little bit of
I like Raid on Dookie here. Got a phone call.
Moving through this top floor to start things off. Aiden isn't too.
Whoa, he got that G3. Who is he feeling like? That shit gonna get him killed. Oh, Raid's using the Mingo tech? Fire purple? Oh, that's not fire.
Trying to make sure everything's placed well. You can see a lot of defenders on this top floor. Kino M870 Jaeger.
I don't like this, Kino. Are you?
Nice.
Full reinforcements, and this is a bunker that the
Close
defense
range,
has
that
created
should
for
be.
Bunk's briefing. Not uncommon. Rival. Look at this lurk. Will Newer spot it? I think he did. Just a little quick peek to get the information back off.
They're gonna
Trying to
press
waste
him.
time. Deny the control here.
Aiden!
They're pressing
Oh my
Aiden.
god!
SSG. Oh, Aiden!
No!
Timing was
Way,
so
and
bad.
NJR gets the better of him.
Yeah, they pressed Skybridge.
Well,
Look.
those unlucky turns of fate, but NJR ready for
Aiden's
it. Latches
floating.
onto it. Gives
Come on,
DARKZERO
Ryan.
a much needed
No.
reprieve. Their second opening
Nice.
for the entire series.
Nice!
Dominant
They're going.
advantage. SSG, a 5v3 suddenly becomes even.
Raid's always low, like.
And Jay and I know is a bit isolated, bit trapped by Giddy on these green stairs.
50
Can't push up.
seconds.
Raid's always just low fucking health.
I think he feels it as well.
Back
You
in
can see that
cams,
he was
wait.
hesitant
Oh,
to
why-
let
why
it
does he
down,
still have
was
two
worried
Oh my
whether
God.
that
Oh my God.
was open or not. Some big information being
missed the
found
bet.
here as well. Raid.
Why does he
gonna
have
try
two
and rip
calls
open
left?
that floor and see if he can put some shots down.
Oh my god, oh my god.
45 seconds left. Hatch needs to be open. That's a maverick job, and it is going to be a little
Why
bit
is
slower.
NJR peeking
Jiggle
that?
peeking on the angle, and Raid
swears he's good.
able to land much of that
Yeah, wait, why does Raid have 2 phone calls, by the way?
In return from the Vector, NJR holding firm on the side.
Yeah, why does he?
Trades
That
have
must
been
be
the
a
only
bug.
thing so far that have kept SSG in this.
It's gotta be a
Now, another
bug.
25 seconds,
Oh, no, he's
they're left
calling
with a
right
little
now.
option.
Definitely not a bug.
Yeah.
We get spam phone calls.
Oakley call will go out. Maybe give some late run information. Oh, great spot by NJR.
Right can
Huge
Nice.
in these past couple rounds, or in this round specifically.
Phone call.
Raid good for one.
I
can
but
rock
Raid
it.
So low, no control of the diffuser.
Oh.
It's got to be DARKZERO. Just has to be in these final 2
my God.
seconds. If not
Pick
on
up Raid.
kills, then
Oh!
certainly
Oh! It wouldn't
more
stick!
to go before we tie things up.
It did the animation. Why didn't it stick?
Imagine if SSG have another 5 to 10 seconds there in that round. Like, okay, maybe
almost
Jane
won
I
that
know
round.
plays it a little bit.
CX to the tier
differently,
1.
doesn't give his life away right up at the end.
Bro, Raid
That
just got a
could have gone
3K,
so differently.
bro.
Oh wait, I didn't even realize that.
Rival. It wasn't a million miles away through that wall, or sorry, through that doorway that was barricaded.
6
to
now.
land
Bro, the bomb like
there.
didn't go down, chat. Y'all saw that? It did the animation.
DZ. You can't exactly breathe a sigh of relief just yet.
That's so
They are
gay.
still up against it here tonight.
Wait, it would have been a 1v2, right?
Yeah, and Ray would have been playing on the other side.
Off that map point. It was a really unfortunate engagement to kick things off. NJR with just some good positioning, slipping out of the side, knowing that.
Look at this shit. And if they have a rotator, they can hold the other guy.
In and around this side door. Yes, you can open up the vert, but if there's nothing stopping us from just taking a little bit of a walk, a couple of steps
What our
outside,
people
then
keep
we're
doing
definitely going to
fucking
take
speed on these
advantage of it. Down to the basement we
Of
go
course,
for
yeah,
round
it's
number
the worst
9 here.
person again,
And
bro.
again, a slightly more bunkered
dude
setup
is
coming
low.
from DZ. We've got Fultz on the Echo. That's likely going to be able to not only deny plant, but also assist anyone that's going to be playing upstairs. We have Mirror. Mirror being available is, of course, always a bit of a rarity. We don't always see Mirror available, but those played upstairs as well are going to enable DZ to try and hold on just for a
That's a
little
good
bit
mirror
longer
strat.
and force a little bit more utility out of SSG.
I got scared he was gonna TK right there.
Mira and the castle as well, just so much utility to go through. Even, you know, small thing, but deployable shield, that's on the top floor as well, or on the floor with the rest of the round.
Are they hitting sight?
A lot you gotta cut through. A lot you have to deal with.
I think he's just opening shit over here.
Ooh. Breach charge on the castle barricade. NGR. We trying to get quick with it. Won't get blown up though, and Giddy at the same time also well out of harm's way. Maybe not anticipating the rat, but certainly for us.
You can't walk into a mirror,
Fall
Aiden.
prey to it. SSG, the first 45 seconds, just trying to gain some information, look at these entry points, see what the exact setup is, and this is one where they'll definitely need to take their time. A lot of utility going their way.
God.
They gotta kill him there. Bro, what is he doing though?
Loses a lot
That
of
is
HP
such
in
a
the
dumb run
process,
out.
but well, at least make it back in Yokai to cover his retreat, and SSG still thinking things through beyond the first minute.
They're gonna try to
It's a
echo
little bit
him.
confused into where they want to go, isn't it? They've got the soft breach for if they do want to go for the full clear. Then they're also trying to just challenge and poke and prod
Oh,
toward
God.
warehouse.
He
Walking
knows.
down yellow stairs.
Oh my god, peek it. Peek it,
They've
right?
got something else to draw the attention right now from J9O. He starts to feel the heat anyway.
They should have Vert on
He just
this
will
kid, though.
retreat through
Oh, he's
missile.
cooked.
That won't open though.
He's a
It's
shield.
easy to walk into warehouse, and it's even
Like, where's the Vert on that
down
door,
yellow
bro? That
stairs.
should be a free kill.
Yeah, where's
Still
Ram?
see J9O
Rivals
just
dead
on
above.
Rival Newers.
Dead.
Gonna pick up the first kill onto Rival
Bro,
and just
Rival, get
retake
off
a
the
lot of this
team.
vert on that mirror.
They like never cleared above. Oh my god, Aiden's about to make the play. He's about to make the play.
Angles could come in massive. We've already seen
over there.
reverse ram working against the attackers tonight, and I'm sure we're going to see.
I don't think they're paying attention to Aiden.
Yeah,
I don't think so either.
They gotta make noise for him. Yep, Aiden killed one, and he has the sight.
Do we deal with it? Do we avoid it? Aiden hopping in
No
on the
way,
backside finds Foltz, but
Aiden's
Newer still
fucked.
causing chaos on the top floor. Giddy, the next to fall to that vector. A lot of explosives thrown towards Aiden, but he's worked his way out of trickier spots. Can this one be no different? Shotgun around the corner.
Look at that timing.
Oh, that timing.
Bad decision. Just checking another
Kino gets a fucking double.
So
oh my
many
god, we all
frags.
need 2, bro.
DARKZERO, 2 rounds
Dude, that timing
go
was
by in the
horrible.
blink of an eye, and a 5-2 is now almost tie game.
Another one of those for Aiden where he just gets really unfortunate time, and you can see his vision for the game is brilliant. He's watching the angles, he knows where players are, but he just can't hold the angles for just long enough because there's either a distraction or there's a need to hold something else. It just is getting a little bit overwhelming for them at the minute, and DZ slowly are clawing their way back into this fixture. A book and a mirror, both taken away. DZ obviously feeling like the pressure from Vert was a little bit insurmountable.
You hit the bunt, tie.
You don't always see a book ban, but it's usually for a very specific purpose when it is brought. And I think it's going to be for this top floor.
He was on a camera.
Okay.
Bro, he shouldn't even have killed him, bro. He should have vaulted the rotate and then like just play trigger discipline. Bro, Ty, you're so stupid, bro.
Top floor defense from DARKZERO. Going back.
There's nothing on my desk, game.
Chad, I gotta win this round, bro.
Top of the map. Foltz hiding the clash currently. Probably really the only operator.
Let me watch the fucking game,
most
bro.
of the time. Sometimes you'll see other ones, but because of how much of a threat and how obvious she is when she's out on the field. Foltz just biding his time, hoping no drone comes through. NGR even in particular. Putting down the barbed wire, of course, but also checking to see if these drones make their way over on that side to deny that information. Foltz now emerging.
SSG most overrated pro league team.
Not a whole lot of great utility to deal with it on the SSG side. The Capitao could be good, but depending on how many nades there are. Okay. You got 4
We all need
tomahawks,
to.
Not bad, all things considered, but the Clash on her own
We might
could end
all
up
go
being
over
a
it.
pretty massive utility sink. You still
fucking
got deployable
stupid.
shield, and you got plenty of other targets you want to use for that nade. I mean, rooting NJR out of position, rooting Kino out of position. Also just trying to soak up as much of it as possible.
Someone's gonna have to pay attention.
The Clash is always a worthwhile hide, isn't it? Because, I mean, you either get away with it and you've hidden the Clash, great, or you can just sit in the corner and you don't have to do any reinforcement or side stealth. Give yourself a quick 30 seconds off. Take the weight off, Foltz. Get ready for the round at hand.
Yeah.
There isn't loads to try and do. You've got the Capitao, but I mean, Clash can always move.
Shut the fuck up.
Clash can always move, like, it isn't always so straightforward. Jynxzi will lose out a shock drone there. He was just cautious that there could have been a trap or a razor balloon placed just inside.
Come on,
the
rival,
door.
bro. Do something.
With the book ban, Raid is going to be forced onto something a little bit different. Going to be forced onto the Deimos. It can be just as devastating, though. That Vendetta can still rip through the floor.
Alright, they're all inside. Ray could hail havoc from below.
I'll hope for the best.
He's just gonna tube him.
See
He
what
can
you
tube
sort of
him,
get
though.
left with. You can target
kinda
people a lot
useless.
more effectively. And Foltz is going to be that first target. Clash now known. Vertical is a great way of dealing with it.
They lost this round, bro. I have no hope.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. They could just tube anyone that gets
one player on top
whatchamacallit.
Could be good if Raid gets in a position, as you said, just to apply that little bit of vertical pressure.
Raid died to this angle
SSG
last
make
time.
very good work with it on Clubhouse. Obviously, different map, different circumstances.
Raid's in
but
sight.
It seems that they're resigning themselves to the horizontal shotgun. Will spot the Clash, and again, the difficult position. The Clash can stand in the hallway. Tell if anybody's moving up rocket. Feeds that information to J9O. Feels emboldened to take the fight
What is
to
Raid
the
doing?
attack.
Like, you're on Desmos.
Might be cut off here, but with the Zoto canisters in perfect position to stall, freeze out this attack.
Come on, rival.
SSG had the lead, they had the momentum, and
Come on,
DARKZERO
Aiden.
have just slowed it down.
Come on, somebody.
Kept them back.
Oh my god.
And now, as SSG struggle in these fights, as they face more uncertainty, less opportunities.
Like, J9, you're just DMR made, bro.
Two of their players
Oh
weakened.
god, rival's
Aiden
fucked.
and Dream both low as Foltz spotted
Aiden!
more and more players. Aiden finally with one. As the utility
They're gonna have to go for a plant. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
just so
They can, though.
painfully slow. And finally, SSG make their way in. Dream trying to put this diffuser
Oh my God, Aiden.
in the fire. Aiden might get the next kill, but SSG.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Rival got it.
Kitty pushing deep,
Oh,
finds
oh
a
my
big
God.
kill, but he switches.
Oh my
Bolt's
God.
good for 3. Demolishes their hopes.
There's no
and
way
it's
he
a
just did
tie
that.
game.
Capital.
I'm not gonna lie,
believe
Fultz
that
sold
has been able to get
sold
away
the
with
round
that.
and then won the
Obviously, when
round.
you're playing against a shield,
That's
there's a lot of
crazy.
pressure not
Rival
to
got a
watch
kill,
the
though. Rival
shield.
got a kill, though.
It's almost
Like, what is Fultz doing? Or not Fultz. What is fucking Capital and whoever died second?
Beautifully was able to switch to the second.
It wasn't Aiden. It was fucking Giddy.
3 kills.
Yeah, bro. What are they doing?
Okay,
Like, one of them just look at him. He killed 2 people.
I need to see a replay on that.
Timeout call.
And Aiden died to
They're
fire,
not
I think.
choosing to wait
That
until a
sounds right.
potential overtime this time. They're going to get it out of the way and get it out of the way nice and early. DZ have definitely found another gear, especially when this game is getting to its critical moment. It just feels as though DZ are locking in hard.
Come on, baby.
You also can't help but feel, I mean, how many times have we seen this before?
We're good. We just gotta relax. I
times have
like
we
that. I
seen
like
it?
those words, Stream. We're good.
An
We just gotta
exciting
relax.
new team who's really quite impressing, really doing a lot.
Dream, get them together.
Making the most of their moments, making so much headway. And then when they get right to that point, right to the 5v2, when they are just within inches
Rival, it
of the
was
major,
Dream.
momentum changes. Maybe they get unlucky. Maybe it's just an unlucky round. But then things start building.
Honestly, if it was anyone but BB Dream,
And the favorites start making
Yeah,
a
BB's
slow
gun
and
is
progressive
terrible.
comeback.
The
before the
ADS
mental
speed
gets
is so
lost. Not
slow.
saying it is, of course. I'm not saying SSG are out of this just yet. But that's a familiar story. Archetypes we've seen play out dozens of times.
Come on, Raid. You gotta activate here, Raid.
Other games. And now as the game is all tied, you can't help but feel that SSG
Aiden is literally just carrying this
feeling it a
team.
little bit too.
Every game he top frags.
Just looked a little bit deflated at the round lost there at the end of round 10. And it's a lot to read into, but when things have been going well, SSG have been very jovial. It's been smiles all around.
Pro League fell off, just console switchovers. Yeah, it's called console kids are better than PC players.
Momentum at the right time in the series. This is when it matters.
Dumbass kid.
Closing couple of rounds, which we are rapidly getting toward at the moment, given that it's 5-5. And that false clutch is going to do a number for the mental on DZ at the moment. It's going to feel very possible from this point onwards. They've held control of that top floor. That was the one that they were worried about. That's the one that they banned the book for.
Damn, Aiden with 13.
I'm not saying that they've just got to tap it in the
Oh, they're gonna try to kill Aiden while he Maverick tricks. Let's see if he joins him.
Do have to keep control of that top floor. There's going to be a bunks defense. Aiden just getting a read of the site and seeing what's going on. It's going to be a couple of bandit batteries, but he can deal with that quite handily on the Maverick.
That's a freebie. Raid. That's a freebie. You have a DMR. That's a fucking
You deal with
freebie.
it, but the pain with these C4 lineups, if that hole opens up, can he thread the needle? Ooh, but good. SSG taking account of those possibilities.
Tagged him.
DMR on the opposite side. No worse punishment for Newers. Just trying to get a leg up. Loses almost all of his health as a result.
Hey, Raid used a Dokubi call already.
Also, I think greater presence from DZ on the site.
No,
Not a
he
bad
didn't.
thing
No, he
whatsoever.
didn't.
But trying to go for that
Oh,
C4
no, he didn't. It's
play.
loading.
Only 3 players on the
Tripping.
top floor, which for this site can be a little less. So, you know, taking a little bit of a gander over towards the single doorway. Not finding much as SSG taking their time.
I'm pushing this hallway with Amru shotgun if I ever play this
Down
map
below.
against pros.
Only Giddy on top right now.
Nah, you know what they should have? They should have just have a
With
blitz.
their utility. This
I was
top
gonna
four's
say,
really
where's the
difficult to
shield
clear
on
early,
that
and
push?
ooh, especially his Raid almost loses
course,
his
Raid's
life.
doing some
SSG
dumb
really
shit.
start thinking how they're
1 HP again.
Raid always at the beginning of the round is 1
I don't know
HP.
what they're going to use to try and move these players around because they've not got the globals, they've not got
Come on,
Amos,
Rival.
they're struggling
At
with
least
those
he's on
sort
an
of
operator,
things.
he could do
They're relying
something
a
by
lot on
holding.
Rival and these Candelas
Real
to
roll
really make
wheel.
something
Mm.
happen. Aiden, Dream, both going to fall as new as
They got flanked.
Gitty, no option but now but to push with the barbed wire. It's
Rival can't even
unfortunately
do
that
anything.
impact's going to
They got flanked.
and he can place his air jab out, but doesn't really get him any closer to pushing in through this door.
Raid's 1 HP and they got
He's doubling
flanked.
up
Can
with-
try and
he's
make something
doubling
happen
up
from the
with
other
Rival
side,
here.
but we already know that they're super low.
Oh.
A logic bomb phone call
my
is
God.
only going to confirm what Gitty already knew, and that is that there are players occupying space upstairs inside of R6. A narrow chance at a bit of a pre-fire. A C4 ripped from J90 and sent out, shot before it can be detonated. Fultz with another, shaping up to be a flawless here for DZ. Rival and Gitty both on opposite side of things, and now just
Oh
getting
my god,
flamed
Rival.
out.
What the fuck are you doing, gang?
Getting completely shut out of this round. 1v5 on top of green stairs. We'll find one
Jay needed that.
likelihood be impactless. C4 to do the trick. 4 in a row for DARKZERO. SSG have never found themselves on major point, yet how good things looked. It is DARKZERO to be the first.
What was Ray doing though? Like, why was he just walking in that door?
Salt Lake City.
Wait, what was their
Surely
lead,
we
like,
don't go
2-5?
overtime, Links.
Yeah, they were up
It's DARKZERO,
2-5.
right? That can't happen again.
Surely not. Surely not.
Then they lost a 2v4, bro.
Lundgren. Yeah, we're in.
They lost a 2v fucking 4.
Budget for it.
I mean, what? We only saw 2. Actually, we saw 2 reverse OT sweeps by Wildcard yesterday. Technically speaking, we also saw another reverse sweep on the first map. Because DZ, I think we're up like 6-2, and then Wildcard came back, still lost, but still narrowed at 7-5. It's also been a theme for DARKZERO. It's worth pointing out. It's worth acknowledging. And we still got room in that budget. We got 2 whole other matches tonight. And if you don't think we can spend some OT reverse sweeps or some craziness here, this must be your first match watching Rainbow Six. The stuff like that kind of happens a bit too frequently at times. Basement site for what could be the final round between DARKZERO and Space Station Gaming.
Wow.
4 rounds in a row for DZ. Tactical timeout not effective for Space Station.
Come on, Raid.
Now they'll look with everything on the line just to give themselves another chance.
This is where the pressure starts to mount on a team that, as we've mentioned, it's fair to call them a rookie team. They've got experience inside of the NAL. They've got experience in the stage.
Oh my god, he's gonna kill him off this.
They've not got a wealth of major experience over on this SSG roster. This is when it really starts to matter. DZ on the flip side. These players have been there and done it.
Nice, Raid.
Showing us just exactly what it takes to get there. New as a spawn peak.
Why do they not check the window?
Yes, he is. Raid down for the count.
Chat, every time I spawn over here, I check this window just in case. Every
A
time.
little bit safer now that Flores and those Rotero drones are out of the picture.
I hate when pros dot his shit like they should always check.
Wire 2 from J90. Possibility of creating gaps in this defensive lineup much lower. The Twitch is, I mean, going to be preoccupied getting those Vulcan packs, and so not much you can do. Flashbangs going in. NGR's been here before. Ran out of the window a few rounds prior, soaking up a lot of utility, but somehow not only falls back, no damage dealt in the process.
GG's.
Still playing perfectly safe. J90 getting another. Surely not like this.
They sold the major.
4-2 half, up 5-2.
Unless Aiden.
In a rough spot.
If any clutches, I would. Hey.
They need to find a
Unless Aiden tax.
To let another body fall, and DZ are just going to dig in. They're not being given a reason to move right now, and they shouldn't. J90 just flirting with an engagement here inside a missile, but doesn't need to overcommit to it. Instead, can just further back up. He can let the other players take.
They're letting Newers flood
He's
them.
on for 2 on the round. Aiden and Dream, they have to find something, and they have to find it quickly. But they are left chasing shadows. DZ, they backed right up now, and they're just digging themselves.
If Aiden clutches this, hey, I'll personally send him $100.
Especially with Razor Bloom still being deployed. Any gaps that might exist.
This shit is
still be plugged up by
GG's.
Jano and the rest. Look at this crossfire. It's gonna be a flawless, it seems. Dream completely stuck, watching Salt Lake City chances melt in front of his
Newers
eyes.
just went.
A trade to end it, but basically a consolation at
See,
the end of the day.
Chat, my thing is,
SSG
I'm never letting
up
Newers
and
drop
find
16 on me. Like, that's just not happening.